Anybody here? Nope. So we'll wait.
Because right now, here in New York, you can calculate.
I love it how they'll take a thousandth of a percent of what the man says to debunk 99.9999% of what he says. Just fucking love that. It's amazing. It's like how they can reproduce an effect in within 10 to 20 feet what it takes ships at sea miles to achieve. Hey George, how you doing? It's just phenomenal. It really is. How they think their words and their opinions and their misunderstanding of science and physics can debunk reality. It just really truly is baffling. I especially like it when they say, well, science debunks science. Science debunks the heliocentric model. No, 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 it doesn't. Just ignorant. So, because I was out of patches for a month, I had to buy cigarettes, and I just got my patches renewed yesterday. So I've got one on here. Still acclimating myself, but I'm still having cravings. So it's going to take a couple days. But anyway, is this guy on yet? Nope. Supposed to be on at noon. Okay. Still got 4 minutes. He's usually on time. Gotta hand it to him. He usually is punctual. But a few things have happened. I got the resin printer working again. I'm looking at it printing a miniature, and hopefully it'll come out good. But it's going to be about, I think, 5 hours on that. Maybe not 5 hours. I'm not sure. It's not big. It's only like that big, so it shouldn't take that long. Here, I can open Lychee. See how long it's going to take. I believe it will. Yep. What was the time? 3 hours and 32 minutes. Yeah, this is what I'm printing right here. This little guy. I mean, highly detailed. I mean, you won't see the little triangles, but I mean, he's got some pretty good detail. There's a company that they've got some kind of process. It's a parametric process where you can, I think it's Hero Forge, where you can you can design a character. You can design your own miniatures. Hey, Rachie. You can design your own miniatures like this with helmets, horns, ears. I mean, whatever. They have like dozens of options for each thing on the character, like head adornment, like antlers, horns, uh, nubs, whatever, different kinds of ears, from like human to elf to animals, different kind of hands, legs, feet, uniform, everything. And you put this thing. Well, here, let me go to this thing. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, you can just spend hours playing with this thing. So this is the character I came up with. And like, let's see, we do a new one. So you've got this thing. You can say male or female. You can go make them a different clan, cat folk, lion folk, whatever the hell that is. And then you can go head. Say, I want this guy's head on it. Um, you can change the shape of the head. I mean, it's parametric to the fucking max. Here you can put a big head on him. um, you can change his ears. You can change his hair. Give him a braid. Um, put horns. I mean, it's pretty cool. Can't change the size of things, but you can, you know, make them. You can put them together, and then once you have it, you you have to have an account, but you log in and you order it. And I'm not sure how much they are, but I mean, for something that's custom, if you're into gaming, if you're into tabletops, this is what you need. So I mean, you can even change the base. Here, how much is it cost to buy? So $17.99, $26.99, $40.99. I mean, so depending on what they are, you can get it polished antique bronze for 90, just an STL. You get it $8 for the file. So I could buy the file and then print as many as I want. So you can have like a whole army. Basically create a whole army for under $20, which is pretty damn good for gaming. So anyway, I think we're on.
Exciting one tonight, so do stay tuned. We've got Jeff, PJ, Roger.
Say, what was the announcement? God damn, man. That's way loud.
Yo, Fluffs, what's up? It's good to see you all. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you could make it. We're going to have an exciting one tonight, so do stay tuned. We've got Jeff, PJ, Roger, and Dave in the house. How you guys doing?
What's up,
Yo.
bro?
Good, brother. Oh, good.
How I
Good
sound?
to see
Yes.
you. Yeah? Yes, you sound very good tonight. Tonight, your
I'm going to drop out. Drop back in.
Oh,
But I'm just a dumb flirter. I wouldn't know anything.
It's good to
Well,
no,
you
I'm saying
sound
it's much
fine.
better tonight.
You sound
It's
fine.
much better tonight.
You're good.
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Much better than usual.
And then he drops.
Ah, man.
Roger. Silly.
There we go.
Yeah.
And we got Ryan just dropped in
I
as
got
well. Good to see you guys.
Hello.
Okay, so we've got a poll going. Bob lies about his pilot license. Ooh. Yes, 30%. No, 44%.
no, he doesn't lie about his pilot license. He's a licensed pilot, stupid.
Could be.
Jesus, these
26%.
fucking people.
Do you guys know why I asked that question?
Because you're a fucking moron. You think you're smarter than everyone
Really lighten us.
because you're an ignorant fucking flurf.
Because
Because he doesn't seem to know basic knowledge.
No, because this dipshit and this dipshit and this dipshit and these other three, they think they know more about aeronautics and aviation than every pilot that's ever lived, every engineer that's ever lived, every physician, every physicist that's ever lived. They think they know more. That's why they think that Bob doesn't have a pilot's license, because they don't fucking understand the subject.
Probably, yeah, because he loves to contradict himself and seems to not agree with actual pilots when it comes to.
Yeah, he does, and they agree with him. So what actual pilots are you going to pull out? That dipshit that was on that documentary, The Mullet Man?
Flight dynamics.
Yeah.
So it makes a person wonder. It's easy just to say, hey, I can fly a plane. I've got a pilot's license.
Yeah. Because my answer was yes, he did. Well, whatever it was, he hasn't. He lies about the pilot's license. Whatever
I
that
would
answer
say
was.
could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Notice how these fucking liars accuse everyone else of lying. That's what liars do.
say could be.
I would say he's probably got a small plane
He
pilot's
couldn't
license,
even say what plane he flew.
and I believe that it's probably expired. He's never otherwise he'd be up in planes showing us shit, right? In his videos.
Well, he probably doesn't own a fucking plane, and planes are pretty expensive to lease. Let's see how much it costs to lease a plane. Cost to lease a Cessna, a plane. Or how much does it cost to rent a plane for the weekend? Here we go. Let's see. Weekend trip plane cost. This is from Reddit. Typically required hours per day. 3-day was my school's requirement. They waived it sometimes. Let's see if we can find a price. My cost was $145 an hour. I flew 6.4 hours. Total cost came out to be $1,000. Any fuel I purchased during the trip was reimbursed. That was for the Friday evening, though. So I guess that's with a school. So yeah, it cost a lot of fucking money to rent an airplane, and it cost even more to fucking buy one, you goddamn idiots. Jesus fucking Christ.
This way. What plane did you learn to fly in? I think you would know.
Usually,
Probably a Cessna or a Beechcraft, something like that. Probably a little fixed wing jobby. Probably wasn't a Boeing.
it's Cessna, right?
It's usually a Cessna, a little bush plane or something.
Piper.
He didn't know. Couldn't answer.
Wow.
Something like that. That makes a person wonder.
I remember the very first plane I was allowed to fly. A guy my dad knew.
Of course he flies a plane. Of course, bullshit artists do everything. A bullshit artist has done everything you could possibly fucking imagine.
My dad came home late.
Hey, Westside.
One night, and he said, "Hey, who wants to go for an airplane ride?" And woke us up out of bed, and I was like, "I do." So we went down to the little airport, and his friend had a Beechcraft Bonanza with the V tail. It didn't have a rudder. It had the ailerons were the rudder. Okay.
Oh.
And it was pretty cool. I got to sit in the dummy seat, and we were flying up there over the Detroit River. And he said, "Here," he said, "Go ahead."
That's fitting. That's fitting.
But I'm just a dumb flirter. I wouldn't know anything.
Take control. And I'm like, what?
Jesus, that was prophetic, dude. They let you sit in the dummy seat.
And
Yeah, you guys.
I accidentally flew into Canada by accident, and they made us turn around.
That's like those old Mustang crop dusters. Those are really awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody came on the radio and said, "You are encroaching on Canadian airspace."
I'm really waiting for him to say, "First time I did brain surgery.
Please turn to such and such." And he goes, I better take it from here.
Yes.
But you didn't see
It's like I knew a bullshit artist when I worked at Schrader's Garden Center in Columbus, Ohio. Actually, Dublin, but there was a guy there who everything anybody talked about, he's done it. He's done it, been there, did that. So I was a big Steely Dan fan and knew that I think it was Steely Dan, some band, and I knew that they did not ever tour, ever. They were completely studio, never toured in their life. And this fucker, I got to talking about him and just said, yeah, man, I saw him in Cleveland in 1975. I'm like, no, you didn't. You lying fuck. So that's what these guys are. They'll lie through their teeth just to feel important.
any curve, did you?
No, not a bit.
Account for any Coriolis?
No, I didn't even know what Coriolis was then. I was just a kid. I never wondered about that.
Okay, so you didn't dip your nose at any stage. You didn't have to.
Well,
say,
no,
oh,
I
carry on.
Right there. They prove they don't fucking know how a fucking plane works. Right there. They still think you have to dip your nose to go down. What a dumb piece of shit.
Carrying to the ground, follow the
And they want to criticize Bob, a licensed pilot.
ground somewhere.
Well, my fascination with aircraft was really something when I was a kid. I was all the time inventing different paper airplanes. I don't know, the trees in our yard ate so many of those little balsa wood aircraft. By the way, don't ever get the one with the rubber band propeller because the torque of the propeller is going to fight the plane all the time. Every time it's going to crash.
No, that's not how those work. You don't know how to build a fucking balsa wood plane model. Jesus fucking Christ, you're worthless.
time.
Absolutely
I had a few of
worthless.
So I understood that you had to have that. Just sticking your hand out the window while Dad's driving down the road, and tilt your hand a little bit, and it goes whop up into the roof.
You can feel
tilt it down and it slams against the side of the car. I mean, come on.
Drag and lift.
Real simple.
Drag and lift.
See, that's as much as they fucking know about how planes work. Stick your hand out and it goes up and down. That's it. That's all they know. But yet they're fucking experts in it, right?
I'm still wondering why Bob hasn't said what kind of plane he learned in. That's just weird.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I spent most of my life on in military bases and stuff, and being at the Air Force and stuff. So I mean, when I was like 10, I was able to get into a cheetah cockpit. Obviously, I couldn't fly the thing, but wow, it was awesome. I mean, I've been in Apache before. I've been in a cheetah. I've been in the Wrinkles. Really awesome stuff.
I was just thinking of Wolfie right now.
Yeah, him and his little Cessna. I'm a good pilot. Woo!
Yeah, he's a paid commercial fucking pilot, motherfucker. I mean, these jealous bitches. Just pure jealousy is what this is.
Well, to be fair,
they're jealous of anyone who's ever accomplished anything or made anything of their life.
Actual
or smarter than them.
Pilot, though, commercial pilot, but he just loves to lie. You know what I mean?
Well, he thinks he knows what the Coriolis effect actually is and how it affects planes. That's just
he thinks you have to account for it. That's the sad part.
Yeah. Well, I've looked into it. They actually sell it. It's basically like a barometer.
Wait, did they actually say they have to account for Coriolis, or did they say that the effect of Coriolis is so small that it's negated by side winds, turbulence, the instruments, the avionics of the aircraft? Did they say that, or did they say, whatever the fuck you said?
It's a pressure gauge that they actually put in major airliners, and all it doesn't tell you.
Yeah, fucking Wolfie's job would be sweet. I mean, it's mentally taxing and somewhat stressful, but shit, he flies for what, 2 days, gets a few days off in a fucking hotel in Hawaii? They pay for it all? Fuck yes.
Anything about Coriolis, it just measures a pressure from east to west.
Get to say giggity a lot.
That's all it does. It doesn't really direct the plane itself, and
Planes.
it's like a gimmick. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
they
Planes, because planes
Name 2 television pilots.
suffer from drift because of the wind,
yeah.
and they got to stay on course.
So from east to west, they can tell.
Yeah,
Or-
exactly.
yeah.
You're not showing in, Dave. Doesn't show you, mate. He says put him back in. He's not showing.
Where'd he go?
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah.
He dropped out again. But it's good to see everybody here. Good to see you, and shout out to Floodeth Banjo for recording this and putting it on.
So this is entitled Bob the Science Guy Obliterated. So yeah, good luck with that.
To be honest, we
Yeah.
don't even need to say anything. We can just play this video right through for the 37 minutes and just laugh our asses off.
Sky King. Well, yeah, Sky King. I'm speaking more of like pilots that aren't in a pilot show in a like an airplane show. But yeah, Sky King's one.
Because
So Black Sheep wouldn't count. Sky King wouldn't count. 12 O'Clock High wouldn't count. I'm talking about a pilot in a show that isn't about pilots.
this angel dude, he was whipping him around the place. Like, as in, it's sad. There you go, Dave.
He's
Okay.
back.
No idea
Okay,
what
guys.
was going on there.
No stress. You guys ready to start?
Do it, bro.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna be funny. But yeah, shout out to
The answer is, I think, Howard. Bob Newhart's neighbor in the Bob Newhart show. He was a commercial pilot.
Banjo. Let's get to where it starts actually.
I've watched way too much TV.
Oh boy.
There we go.
Bob the Science Guy. Bobby. I hope we can be a bit more cordial.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Is this from this guy? Holy shit. Yeah. 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 Well, this guy's going to obliterate Bob, ain't he? Holy crap.
And Roundhound that always gets owned.
Well, good morning, Angel. How are you today?
Not bad.
And rising.
So let's get straight to the point. Let's talk about Coriolis.
Okay.
If I'm on the merry-go-round that spins once and I throw a ball, it deviates, right?
Oh my God. Such a simpleton.
Mm-hmm.
How come that doesn't happen on the Earth?
What do you think it doesn't?
But wait, when I'm at the equator, does the ball fly sideways when I throw it?
Depends on which way you throw it. Yeah.
If I throw it north, will it fly sideways 460 meters in 1 second?
Okay. On the equator
Oh my
itself.
God.
Yeah. If I face north on the equator and I throw a ball in front of me,
Yep.
does it fly sideways at 460 meters for every second?
Why would it fly that fast? It curves to the right, but
She's already knowing he's stuck in a corner. This is like,
No, he's not, dipshit. It's a stupid question. Oh my Jesus.
just from the beginning.
Wow.
I mean, this is so hilarious that they think Bob is wrong in this. That he got obliterated by some dumb fuck who can't understand physics.
to the right, to the right.
He's got it ready. Funny.
He's already got him, yeah. But
Yeah,
it gets
Jesus.
bad. It really, really gets. That's why I said we can actually just play this thing through without saying anything. It's insane.
Cool.
Yeah, guys, please hit the likes, share the show. Really appreciate everybody being out. Let everybody know we're live. Let them know that Bob the Science Guy is going to get obliterated with his own stupidity.
Oh, fucking hilarious.
Definitely well worth it.
But when you're throwing
How
a ball,
fast
you're
does
not talking very
the
much
Earth
surf.
rotate in 1 second in your model of the equator?
Rotates 1 revolution per day. That's how fast it rotates. That's how we measure rotational speed, you fuckwit.
Oh, it's 1 degree a day, or excuse me, it's 1 rotation a day.
Yep.
Wow.
And how
About
much
15 degrees an hour.
how much miles per hour does it spin in an hour?
So how fast did your engine turn? How fast did your engine turn, Flatzoid? Does it spin 1,000 miles an hour, or does it spin a certain number of RPM, revolutions per minute? Which is it, dumb fuck?
It depends on your latitude. The
the
linear
equator.
speed at the equator would be about 1,038 miles an hour.
That's 460 meters a second. Did you know that?
Okay.
Wow.
So if I throw a ball at the
Oh, it's a big number.
equator north, does it fly sideways
Be
460
wary.
meters like it does in the merry-go-round?
No, of course not.
Why
Nor
not?
does
There we go. Does it? So does it deviate? No.
No.
No, because of conservation of angular momentum, you dumb fuck.
So no Coriolis then.
This is why on the
Hey,
equator they
what's
build
up?
baseball fields east to west, so they don't have that problem. And they're pitching the ball. No curveballs.
I don't know if they've got baseball.
No, actually, they build them north to south mainly, so that I know football fields, so that they don't have the sun in their eyes during the day.
Fields in the equator. It's only America seems to play baseball.
Crazy. What's up, Pitch Lumen? Good to see you, man.
Hey, PJ, what was that you were talking about? People laughing like simpletons at everything they say. What was that you were saying? It makes them look kind of stupid. Okay, just checking.
Oh man. But yeah, he's already debunked his own argument because he's just admitted, yeah, we don't see deviation.
Wow.
do it on a merry-go-round.
And the reason why you think that's dumb is because you don't understand physics, fuck. Jesus
It does.
Christ.
It deviates off a merry-go-round. Of course it does.
It deviates. It doesn't stop.
Deviates.
It doesn't lose all of its inertia as soon as you immediately let
So
it go.
does the ball deviate at the equator?
Yes, it would.
Really? I can throw a ball in front of me and it's going to deviate sideways.
It curves to the right. Yes.
Are you joking?
No.
Wow.
How much does
So now it does. He just said it doesn't.
Wow. Yeah, you just contradict
And
yourself
now
in
it
the
does.
same- in the same bloody couple of sentences.
Maybe, maybe not.
You need to listen more carefully.
But I mean, how can you say no, it doesn't, and then all of a sudden, yes, it does again?
He's a baller and an anti-flat earther. That's the problem. Wow.
There's
Insane.
He's an
there's that simpleton laugh again.
apologist. That's all he is. He's going to have to apologize for everything he does.
Right.
Exactly.
I don't think, or hold on a second. Hold on.
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
That's not what an apologist is, stupid. That's not what an apologist is. Jesus.
No, he'll never apologize for anything
Nope.
because he has so much arrogance in him.
Gosh.
He's just.
I'm
just,
sorry you're not.
Are you talking about Flatzoid? Are you talking about Flatzoid? I think you are.
Sorry.
He just contradicts himself constantly because he has to try and defend selective
His belief.
reason. Yeah. He wants it to have Coriolis, and he wants it to curve, but in the same breath, he has to say we can't observe it, even though he wants it to be there.
A lot of
Sort of like flat Earth. You want it to be flat, but you can't see it as flat. So you just lie, right?
wishful thinking on these people's part.
Well, I've done reading on like the Coriolis effect, and they kind of make it really spooky, like way back in the day. Like, oh, it's a weird effect that we see when you go when you travel north in the to the northern hemisphere, that you seem to deviate, but they don't have an explanation, and nobody actually takes an account for it at all.
So you haven't read about Coriolis, or else you would have read the answers to all those questions. God damn, these fucking liars. This guy's never read about Coriolis. Not a fucking word in his life. If he did, he wouldn't have said what he just fucking said.
It's the same with like when they measure nautical miles. They say it's kind of like eerie compared to statute miles because they're not the same. And
Right. Yes, they're different. What's eerie about that?
So I look at it. Hey, they're not the same.
You can
But-
you can still do it in statute miles. It's just 111 statute miles, where it's 69 nautical miles.
Yeah.
You can put it to 111 kilometers or whatever.
Yeah. Well,
God damn, this guy's like scared by nautical miles. Man, these guys never cease to amaze me.
I think the effect when you actually do it is kind of weird when you're using the sky as
Yeah.
when you're
I mean, you
measuring
don't
it. Yeah.
have to
We don't measure nautical miles by the sky, stupid. That's not how we measure off nautical miles.
you don't have to
We don't look at the fucking stars to measure how fast we're going, idiot. Or how far we've gone.
use nautical miles. You can
Jesus
use
Christ.
Just
any
statute
system you
miles,
want to. They just
And-
use
and-
nautical miles because it's based upon the water.
Well, the time that it takes while you're doing it is kind of weird. I think it's if you're ever out at sea and you're measuring.
I believe statute miles came after nautical miles, didn't it? Wasn't nautical miles established first?
Using the stars, it doesn't seem like it would if you were like on land at all.
Yeah, it's a bit
The way
odd.
So they kind of made a myth out of it. The same with Coriolis. And
Oh, they have? Science has? Science has made a mess out of it? Out of science? Okay.
Yeah,
all
but
the
you see
old
those actually derived from latitudes, and the latitudes were derived from elevation angles to
Yeah.
Polaris.
No, they weren't. They were derived from the radius of the Earth or the circumference of the Earth. That's how we got degrees. So you're dumb and you've not researched anything and you're stupid.
So the further they went away from Polaris, the more they saw a drop, and I'd say they came up to the 69 degrees per nautical mile.
well, didn't you
No, that's how it turns out. 69 degrees per nautical mile. You think if they devised it, they would have done like 10 miles per degree or something like that? No, see, that's the math. That's how it worked out. How many degrees per nautical mile? So we already knew the circumference of the Earth. We just divided it up into 360 fucking parts.
know you?
Because they realized every certain amount distance they made, which is 69 nautical miles, they saw a drop.
Right, which is a linear relationship between latitude and the angles to Polaris. That's a linear relationship. That's impossible on a flat Earth. On a flat Earth, it would be either algebraic or logarithmic. I can't remember which one. But it's not a linear relationship on flat Earth, which completely debunks flat Earth. I mean, that's just pure fucking math, man. That's not something you can fake by making up some bullshit chart that shows that combines perspective into an orthographic view. No, this is math, motherfucker. Your opinion is irrelevant.
And that's how they realized, okay, at 69 degrees, degree every 69 nautical miles.
Well, according to the globe, we're supposed to be able to see Polaris everywhere.
No, we should see it about 1 degree below the horizon, below the equator, south of the equator. But on a flat Earth, you should see it everywhere. Actually, you shouldn't see it everywhere on a flat Earth because the sun would never set on a flat Earth and you'd never see the stars. You'd see one star in the sky all the time. And it's the one that we see during the daytime. So,
Not actually according to the
I mean, flat Earth is geometrically impossible.
globe, just according to any flat earthers that don't understand things have limitations.
Yeah.
They're just
They,
morons.
I think they credit the drop to the curve. That's what I'm basically getting.
Absolutely. Yes, it's a linear relationship. Only possible on a curve, on a circle, a sphere.
Yeah.
Always. That's what their whole thing relies on, hijacking eyesight perspective and transposing it.
Eyesight perspective? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is eyesight perspective? See, he tries to sound smart by saying shit like that, and it just makes him look dumb, makes him look desperate.
Down to the surface of the earth.
Exactly.
It's that simple. It's exact. It's the exact same math.
No, it's not, stupid. If you knew anything about math, you'd know that what you just said is fucking ridiculous. Jesus Christ.
Oh, it never deviates, though. It's
Bad. I mean, these people are just, I mean, it's just criminally ignorant. I mean, if ignorance was a crime, these motherfuckers would get life. What the hell happened? Oh, muted it. No
How
big
much
loss.
does it deviate?
Oh, tiny, tiny, tiny little
Why is it a
amount.
tiny bit when the Earth has moved 460 meters in 1 second? What if I
Well,
throw it
first
for
of
3
all, the
seconds?
ball
Conservation
when
of
it's in your
momentum.
hand, the ball when it's in your hand is already moving at that speed, and the deviation would be the difference between the speed of the equator and the speed of wherever the ball ended up over the time it takes for
So
the
if
ball
we
to get there.
see, if we hover a helicopter, how come the helicopter doesn't deviate?
Because you have to
Why
control.
would it? It's under control.
Because you have to control a fucking helicopter physically, motherfucker. That's why. Jesus Christ, man. These guys don't know anything.
When it's over a specific spot on the earth.
If we hover a drone over a spinning merry-go-round, the merry-go-round moves underneath the drone, right?
Yes, because the drone is locked to the Earth's gravitational pull. It's in its momentum is with the Earth, not the merry-go-round.
Okay, but the drone is not got the inertia of the merry-go-round.
Why not?
So it didn't start off with the inertia.
Does the helicopter?
I got a question to that, Bob. What happened if you took the drone off the spinning merry-go-round? Why didn't it keep moving with the merry-go-round? I don't know, because conservation of momentum is not indefinite.
There you go. A real easy.
Wow, he thinks he's got something.
Experiment with that would be to have a merry-go-round.
I mean, again, I've said it before. I'll say it again. These people sound. I'll be right back. These people sound like kids in a unified school system, right? In a small town, to where you have the grade school on one side of the building, and you have high school students at the other end. So they don't mix. But one day, a bunch of kids found their way to the other end of the school and overheard some big kids talking. And this is them just trying to reproduce that conversation. They don't know shit about what they heard, and they're just trying to piece it together. And they think, well, fuck, I now know what the big boys know, so now I'm smarter than everybody. That's what this is.
Just a disc or something that's rotating. Put a little drone on it and take off and see if it stays going with the merry-go-round. It won't, of course.
But this is how idiotic these people sound. When you drive a car and you're driving 60 miles an hour and you slam on the brakes, the car still carries on moving. That's conservation of momentum. But eventually it stops, correct?
Yes, because of friction. If it wasn't for friction, it'd keep going.
Yep.
Yes.
Used up the momentum.
Mm-hmm. So how far do you have to go to after you leave the Earth to lose the momentum, the inertia?
Exactly, and I mean, they base it off of Newton's laws of motion that takes a force to react to that inertia.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. So you believe in some science, but not other science. Whatever science debunks you just hand wave it away, right?
So yeah, if I use a force, like maybe an airplane or a helicopter or a drone, I have counteracted that force then, that inertia. Therefore, the conservation is no longer there.
Oh, God love his little heart.
So to fit the physics, they have to use the concrete or the filler of gravity to make up the rest. Lots
Yeah,
of it.
they just need the air to be velcroed.
Yeah.
They need the air to be velcroed to the earth.
No, we don't. That's fucking ridiculous. Air is viscous. It has it wants to stick to stuff, and yeah, it moves with shit. Shit moves it. I mean, how do you think a fucking Tesla turbine works? How do you think a Tesla turbine works? A Tesla turbine, you can build one, find some old seat like hard drives that have the, the discs, tear them apart, take those discs out, put them on a mandrel, put it in a housing, and put a vent hole in one side of it and an exhaust hole on the other side, and blow air into that thing across those plates, and it will fucking spin those plates. There's no fins. There's nothing to catch the air like that. It's like this, and the air passes between it. Because the air has adhesion, it moves those plates, and very, very fucking fast. So what the fuck are you talking about, you scientifically illiterate pieces of shit?
Simultaneously claiming that we do have deviation while we don't have deviation, and claiming you are conserving momentum indefinitely, even though claiming you don't conserve momentum when you have a force present to break the inertia.
It sounds real convoluted to me.
It's stupid. It's just literally dumb.
Yes, when the straw man comes out of a mouth of a moron, yeah, it will sound convoluted, won't it?
I mean, as soon as you change vector, you are breaking that inertial momentum.
But are you?
Mm-hmm. So as soon as you turn your plane another direction or your helicopter, you break that momentum.
It's crazy. But don't worry, it gets much worse than this. This is like literally the beginning.
Does the helicopter have the inertia of the ground?
Yes, of course.
Really? So if I fly a plane and land on the north to south runway, I'm going to chase the runway sideways?
No, you won't. Jesus fuck, man.
Why would you do that?
Because you just said.
Why do you think that?
Hey, Petey, how you doing? Hey, Pentalica.
You literally just said you're going to keep the inertial.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Your plane would fall apart.
They only pour water in a ball to search for tangible substance.
It would break into pieces.
He's just one big contradiction.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every word he's going to say is just contradiction.
It's like, what is that? What's that liquid there? Oh, it's flammable. But it says inflammable. That's a contradiction.
No, it's not. It isn't actually. Actually.
Flammable and inflammable are the same thing. Who'd have thought?
Actually.
Like, why would you do that? Because you just said.
Oh man.
It's pseudo-physics.
You're already going at the same rotational speed of the Earth at that point. So your speed relative to the runway is zero.
Right. So in other words, the Earth can be treated as stationary, right?
No.
Why not?
The Earth is not.
Oh my God. Holy fuck. Wow. Man, I mean, it's phenomenal how dumb these people are.
Stationary. If you look at the relationship or the relative speed of the surface of the Earth and the surface of the plane, they're the same.
Yeah. So if I fly a plane against the rotation of the Earth, sorry, and we set the plane speed to be 500 miles per hour.
Right. You are going this way at 500 miles an hour. If the Earth is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour and you're here and you set your speed going this way at 500 miles an hour, you'll be traveling from an outside frame of reference at 500 miles an hour.
That's over the
Or you will be going in relationship to the Earth, you will be going backwards.
ground, yes.
Yeah. Does it move? Does it get pulled back 1,000 miles per hour now?
I'd actually have to think about it a little more, but yeah, it's sort of counter in I can't remember that word.
Why on earth would it do that? It's already going
You're
along.
saying the
speed of
hovering
ground.
helicopter tags along with the atmosphere.
The atmosphere tags along with the surface now.
What is this fucking shit you're doing, man? It's like you're talking about a helicopter and then you bring up a plane and then you start explaining the plane and then you talk about the helicopter. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? It sounds like you're not wanting to learn. You're just wanting to argue.
The helicopter's with it. It also has the
Right.
initial.
So how come the
question.
helicopter,
And they never want to, well, I can't say never. They rarely let the other person finish a thought because they don't want to learn. They already know everything. So whatever he says, I just cut him off. I don't care. Hey, roll Cygnus.
goes sideways with the.
I was amazed. Fucking Jaren, what's his fuck, timed me out for like 10 minutes, but Jaren never blocked me. I think I'm still unblocked on his channel, and I behaved myself.
The Earth perfectly, so it just looks stationary because it's tagging along with the atmosphere, right?
Correct.
So you said it as if it goes higher in altitude, it still tags along the same, right? Does it still appear stationary
much, yep.
to us?
He's ignoring tangential velocity now.
Exactly, because as you go in elevation, now
Right, tangential velocity is where you get taken along with the Earth. See, if you're flying like this, you're going to fly with the Earth. Doesn't matter which direction you're going, you're still locked to the fucking Earth.
now you've got a bigger supposed sphere that's going. That means that the higher up you go, the faster that air is going to keep up with the Earth, right?
It's insane.
But the air pressure
Yeah,
up high
of
is like less, right? So you would have less drag there. But I mean, just flying from east to west would basically tear your plane apart, right? That with the velocity that the air is going at.
Listen,
Yeah, but look at it this way.
feet, even at 1,000 feet, okay, you haven't diminished your air pressure much at all. Okay, it's only 1,000
What? Really? Okay.
feet. So that means that that's tangential velocity of that air at that 1,000
Tangential?
feet above the surface is much faster.
See, if you're going to use big words, fucking learn them first, man.
Exponentially faster than that of the surface of the Earth.
Well, let's just take a.
But hold on.
You understand, don't you, Russ?
Sure, I understand. You think Mom will buy it?
Hypothetically, you take a helicopter, and you're on a helipad, and now you're just going up. You're just going vertical. That's all you're doing. You're going vertical. Isn't that meaning because you're going further away from the Earth and it's spinning, the tangential velocity between you and the Earth should change? Therefore,
No. Why should it?
You should see deviation.
Yep.
Why should it?
We don't.
No.
I've got a little tiny drone. I'm going to dig it out. I'm going to find a merry-go-round.
Because if you think about it this way, that's not how conservation momentum works. You don't.
Really? You don't know how conservation momentum works, dumb fuck. That's why you're a flat earther. That's why you're having such trouble with the subject.
Momentum.
Him so very expert, yeah.
When you leave the plane, when you leave the.
He's a very, very expert. Hey, hold my pocket. Glad to see you made it to the new channel. Hopefully I can Hold on to this one.
No.
The reference brain.
Yeah, I like Eric
lose
Dubé's.
momentum.
I like Eric Dubé's reference to like grasshoppers and bugs and stuff. They don't have to deal with that at all. They can hop from side to side, backward, forward, and they don't have to worry about it.
Oh my God, what an idiotic statement.
It's a good example, I think.
What causes? But at a greater height, you'd agree that's a greater radius.
Yes.
So, what causes the atmosphere to magically just tag along with the Earth like that? What force causes that?
It's called friction. And it doesn't tag along. It doesn't tag along one to one. It doesn't tag along. It does lag a little bit. For example, at 100 miles above the surface, the atmosphere.
Sorry, has anybody ever tried to spin a ball or something and saw if air stuck to it?
No.
Nah.
It doesn't cause a little vortex either. It doesn't cause a little vortex either. It's
Really? Something spinning in air doesn't cause a vortex. Let me see. Tesla turbine.
Do you need laser cutting for your next project? Get
Yeah, I don't have
DXF or 3D.
Hey
And
everyone, today we're going to be
I don't have premium. So.
testing if the Tesla
Sorry.
turbine actually works. Now normal turbines work by turning a blade that's angled to catch the fluid hitting it. So it comes in at high pressure and leaves at lower pressure. Now the energy from the change in pressure goes into...
I mean, how the hell do they think shit gets hot when it goes through the air?
Spinning the blades. But there's also a lot of lost energy. In a modern bladed turbine, about 35% of the energy is lost. This is because there's a lot of swirling fluid moving around in different directions. And whenever you have fluid rubbing against itself or the walls of a container, then you're going to generate some heat. You can see this happen in a blender when you just swirl around water really fast in place. The temperature increases. So the energy that you could have turned into useful work gets wasted as heat. So what could we do about this problem? Well, this is a problem Nikola Tesla set out to solve in 1913 with the patent of the Tesla turbine. The Tesla turbine was unlike any turbine that had ever been produced before. Instead of having blades that the fluid would push against to turn the rotor, he completely removed the blades and had only discs that moved with the fluid. For example, I have a DVD here. Watch what happens when I blow air along the DVD. The disc begins to rotate because of the air moving along the top surface. Whenever fluid moves by a surface, something happens
That was a good series. I liked Will It Blend.
called the no-slip condition. This means that there's a layer of fluid that sticks to the surface of the material. Then there's another layer on top of that that's moving slightly faster, then another layer on top of that that moves a little bit faster. These layers stack up with slightly increasing velocity until the bulk fluid velocity is reached. So you start out at 0 on the surface and then you reach the bulk fluid velocity. The disc is spinning because the momentum of the air that gets stuck in the boundary layer is transferred to the disc. Now the nice thing about causing a disc to spin like this is there's very little wasted energy because the fluid isn't swirling all over the place, rubbing against each other, creating heat. Especially if the fluid and the disc are moving at close to the same speed. Then the fluid can be in this. And we could put it in a housing that would form the center. So the disc would look something like this. And we could put it in a housing that would force the fluid to leave through the center. Then we could just add a bunch more discs with a little space between them that's large enough for the fluid boundary layer to form. Now you have the Tesla turbine. So the air comes in here and goes around the tubes and gets forced out the center here. So in the end, the air is forced to come out this center hole here. I'm going to flow air through it now, but I could also flow water through it technically. On the rotor here, I put a little shiny sticker so I can shine my tachometer on it to see how fast it's actually spinning. The glare here blocked the reading, but it averaged out at around 3,500 RPM.
3,500 RPM. And that's all due to air friction, motherfuckers. So, yeah. Again, these guys don't know what the hell they're talking about.
You can
So when
easily
you're doing
show
air
that, like in a ball in water and see what happens. It doesn't do shit.
Yeah, he literally goes against what gas is. It's unbonded. It can't stick to something. It literally bounces. That's all it does. It bounces away.
So that's what you're sticking with. So air doesn't stick to stuff. So how does this thing work, Mouse? How does this thing work?
Oh, you're roboting there, Roger.
I mean, I just proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that Flatzoid is lying and doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah, Roger, mate. You're roboting again bad.
All right. All right. I'm going to jump out. I'll jump back in later.
Shot,
All
man.
right.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, don't start talking about bonded and unbonded gases because after that talk we had with Luca last night, oh my goodness.
Oh,
wow.
Oh no.
See, my audience is torn 50-50. Some of them are like, get rid of that fool. And the rest of them are like, he's here. He's kind of learning maybe. And I'm like going, no, he's never going to learn any of this shit, but that's all right. You know, he's too dependent on Google and authoritative or what's prescribed sources. And I told him several times, I said, dude, you have the most unbelievable, unwarranted, faithful trust in authority than anybody I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, but you see what I don't like about him? He's actually very dishonest because you show him something and it's wrong. Okay, he would concede, yeah, it was wrong. But he would literally just ignore that and carry on as if it's fine.
Yeah. I remember him saying last night as well, like, he didn't want to repeat himself at something. I don't want to repeat it because I don't want to be a troll.
Because he kept wanting to bring up Cavendish. And I said,
yeah,
no,
he didn't bring up Cavendish. That's exactly why.
Crappy dish.
Yeah, he wanted to bring up Cavendish, and I said, I deny it. I hand wave it away.
I said Cavendish showed gas being attracted to a lead ball. Where? How did that happen? When?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking sad, man.
Atmosphere would lag behind about 25 miles an hour.
So if I wave my hand here, the whole room doesn't start just waving air everywhere. You agree, right?
No, the air around your hand does, though. That's why you can fan yourself.
So, but you just said friction. So how come the friction of my hand doesn't make the whole room windy?
It will. It will. It just takes time for shit to move, dipshit. You think air moves at the speed of light? How fucking stupid are you, dude? How fucking stupid are you? Yes, if you have a smoke-filled room and you do this at one end of the room, that smoke's going to move.
It does move air. And it's based on friction, yes.
Why would the fan that's pointing, say, straight, why would the air next to it start to move? It doesn't. It never will.
Well, yeah, it will, because
On the
the
side.
air that you're blowing out of the fan will cause air next to it. It's not like.
Did you just hear what Bob said? Hey, Gary, what's up, man?
Actually, no, let it go. I'm going to clip Flatzoid say air doesn't have friction and then tie it together with that and do a video later.
Oh, got it with Benga.
There
What
you
did
go.
you say?
Hey, the dumbass cult is complete.
Bob just said if you put a fan and it's blowing air, the air on the sides will move with it.
What?
Yeah, yes. If the fan is blown out, the air on the sides is going to be sucked in with it. Yes, that's how fans work.
Christ. That's easily demonstrable with a fan and a cigarette, for crying out loud.
Has he ever touched the fan before? Looked at a fan before?
Yeah, stick your finger in there one time, Bob. See what happens.
Yeah.
Carefully, back.
Yeah, the air on the side doesn't move with the fan.
If Bob says that air is breathable, these dumb motherfuckers would do a 4-hour live stream talking about how he's wrong.
what happens is the fan takes the air around it, and it moves
I
through
know
the
it.
blades and pushes out. That's it.
Hmm.
Just literally just directs the air that's getting bombarded through the fans. What's next to the fan, nothing happens.
So what if you put a fan in a room and let it go, you should be able to see a lesser pressure happening on the one side of the room as opposed to the other side of the room, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I think he's
Why? Why? God damn it, man.
asking as well, like
Holy
if he
shit.
waves his hand, because all the air's velcroed to each other, why when he waves his hand and
He didn't say it's Velcro to each other. He said it has friction. How is friction Velcro? You don't listen very well, do you, PJ Crookshank? See, that's why you failed. That's why you're a failure. That's why you failed high school. You failed grade school. You fail at life, basically.
creates an air gust down here, isn't the rest of the air attached to it
Exactly.
making that motion as well, you know?
Right.
Yeah, because they're claiming it's Velcro there. Exactly.
No. Nobody's claimed that the air's Velcro to the earth, you fucking liar. And you know that we don't say that because we correct you on that every time you say it in a conversation, right? You're corrected every time you fucking say that when you're not in your fucking echo chamber, when you have a person that you're talking to. So why do you lie, Flatzoid? Why do you feel the need to constantly fucking lie and misrepresent the truth? Why do you do that? And why do you accuse honest people of doing the same fucking thing you do every fucking day?
Like a tube of air coming out in isolation. It's attached to the air next to it. And as the tube of air goes out, it'll.
False, Bob. It's not attached to anything, Bob.
What the fuck is wrong with these people? It's
Air is
attached to the air.
unbonded.
Oh, wow.
Now,
Where does he
technically,
get
if you're
that
in
from?
laminar flow with a Tesla
Air is
turbine, you
bonded
can
to
reach
what
up to
the hell? Attached. It is not attached to anything. Air is frictionless. No, not friction. I would say it's.
Air
I'm
is
trying to
gas.
figure out-
In that
a bunch of gases that have elastic collisions that just.
There we go. There's our clip.
Here isn't the rest of the air attached to it
Exactly.
making that motion as well, you know?
Right.
Yeah, because they're claiming it's.
Oops, that's not what I wanted. Hold on. There we go. Record.
The air attached to it
Exactly.
making that motion as well, you know?
Right.
Yeah, because they're claiming it's Velcro there. Exactly.
Exactly.
Like a tube of air coming out in isolation. It's attached to the air next to it. And as the tube of air goes out, it'll.
False, Bob. It's not attached to anything, Bob.
What the fuck is wrong with these people? It's
Air
attached
is
to the air.
unbonded.
Oh, wow.
Where does he get that nonsense from? Air is bonded to what the hell? Attached. It is not attached to anything. Air is frictionless. No, not friction. I would say it's.
Air is
trying to
gas.
figure out-
In that
a bunch
easy.
of gases that have elastic collisions that just constantly are always moving.
Yeah,
And
so
they're not
actually,
stuck to anything.
no, so it is actually frictionless because it doesn't stop.
Yeah, it doesn't adhere to
I
nothing.
believe gas molecules they resist each other, don't they? That's the reason why they bounce around. Is because they're like there's some kind of an action that causes them to like push away from each other. So they're constantly pushing in all directions. They're always bouncing off of each other, basically.
Yeah.
Well, they collide with each other. They're not really pushing. It's like as soon as they hit, they deflect off of it and go in another direction, but they don't lose any speed or anything unless it only
Right,
way
yeah,
that
it's really
speed is
interesting,
through temperature and pressure, right? So
So that's enough. That's enough of a clip. Jesus Christ. I mean, you've been debunked, asshole. Right here. Right here. What the fuck do you
flow
think
air
this
through
is?
it now, but the glare here blocked the reading, but it averaged out at around 3,500 RPM.
So how does something that's frictionless spin blades like that, dumb fuck? How does that happen, liar?
There's no bonding agent. They all have the same charge.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But it's electrical.
No.
No?
No.
Start dragging the air behind around it is with it.
So you're saying you can set up a fan in the middle of your room? So wait, so the fan's going to start moving the air next beside it, up above it, all in the room.
Yep.
If I wave my hand,
that's what a fan is for.
If I wave my hand, all of the air in the world should move. Then, if it's all attached.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well.
Or if I
God. Holy crap.
Dude,
Holy fuck, these guys are dumb. They really, really are. That's probably doing something weird.
displacement every time someone is born, the atmosphere gets a little bit bigger.
Yeah. Jeff, that's what I was trying to say. I wouldn't say the word is friction, but I'm trying to think of a good word. But air itself doesn't have friction, though. But the objects that touch it has friction due to the air, because it's pressure.
Right.
But I wouldn't
What?
say air itself has friction because it doesn't stop moving. So it's difficult. That's what I said. I don't know if that's the
is
word
he?
I should be
Is he in there? Oh, there he is.
using.
No.
Wow.
Awesome. Yeah,
Have
I
you
just
ever tried
noticed
it?
that.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
Okay,
I've
how
had a
did you
fan on
try
for
it?
hours in the room.
How did you test it?
I wonder if Flatzo's does Flatzo invite him in for a talk, or are you just gonna talk shit about him?
How did you test it? I don't know. Sticking a fan on, Bob. I think the question should be, can you demonstrate your claim, Bob? Because it goes against all natural observed reality.
Really, I just demonstrated it right here, asshole. Right here. This is the demonstration. You're a liar. You're an idiot.
Well, you should be able to easily demonstrate that, even if a lot of times people have little ribbons on the cage of their fan so you can see that it's blowing, right? Now, put some sticks with some ribbons next to the fan at varying increments and see if any of those are blowing in that direction because of this fan right there in the middle. See if any of those get blowing over that way. You're not going to see it. It's not going to happen.
That's crazy. Yeah. Guys, 63 people in. Please hit the likes. Really appreciate you guys. Good to see you. Yeah, let's laugh at Bob. Man, it's good to see you guys.
It doesn't get windy.
So it didn't set up a circulation in the room at all.
The friction of the fan is not equal around the whole room. It doesn't equate.
Of course not. It drops off the farther away you get from it, just like the atmosphere does.
Does it?
Yep.
He made a claim now. It drops off the further you get. So then the air is not Velcro to the earth now.
No, we never said it was, liar. I mean, Jesus, dude. We never said it was. It's a straw man.
So if an airplane's flying at, let's say, 35,000 feet, it's not supposed to keep the same momentum with the air at 10,000 feet?
No, he said that. It's about a 25-mile-an-hour difference.
Odd how that works. And also notice, guys, the higher you go up, let's say, for instance, take the Blackbird that goes at 70,000 or something. There's hardly any air up there. Why is it still not showing Coriolis? Because I thought the air is supposed to be giving it friction to move with it. If there's no air to give it friction, why is it still not showing deviation? Yeah. Bob. This is why he'll always lose.
Don't know science.
Yeah, but you see, this is why Bob will always lose. Because he has to make up bullshit to fit his selective narrative. And every time he moves to a corner, it contradicts something else.
He should change his name to Bob.
Does it contradict him? Does he contradict himself, or do you just don't understand the fucking subject matter, and you're not smart enough to understand physics? Which is it? You think Bob, who graduated college, had to take physics to to get through college. Is a doctor and a pilot and a man of science, and he's wrong, but your misunderstanding of science is right. Okay.
The lying guy.
Literally, that's him just lying
The science
constantly.
guy.
Instead of just conceding,
He's literally just lying because I don't understand science. Fuck off. Fuck off, you hypocritical fuckwit.
saying, yeah, okay, yeah, we don't have any deviation, so we can't claim deviation. No, he'll just fight for it, even though he fights for no deviation. It's insane.
Well, it's not magic. So if we keep going up in altitude with the helicopter, it's going to deviate sideways. What you're saying?
Well, it depends on how high you go. If you go up 100 miles, you would have the appearance that it would be drifting at 25 miles an hour over the ground.
So you're saying the atmosphere is tethered to the Earth, right? In a rotation, right? How come clouds move in all directions?
What do you mean they don't move in all directions?
He just got him.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
what an idiot.
They don't. How come clouds move
What a
in all
moron.
directions?
God.
It's insane. It's very simple. Clouds debunk the claim. It's as simple as that. Because I know clouds move east to west, west to east, south to north. They move in all directions.
Yeah.
Wind goes in all directions. If you're claiming
Even up and down.
the air is literally velcroed with your spinning earth, it can only go one direction. It can't go in any other direction. Yet we see it in all directions.
Why? Why? Just your opinion?
Yeah, that's why you have north winds and south winds and west winds and east winds. Funny how that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If anybody's ever seen a tornado, the clouds are going in all kinds of directions, man.
Oh, it only looks like it's doing that. It's actually going. It's straight
Straight.
line.
It's
Straight
Yeah.
line.
been in space time or some shit.
It only looks that
Yeah. The Cavendish experiment proves that. No.
Oh man.
Nice. Nice.
Seriously? Jesus, listen to that simpleton laugh.
Yeah. The Cavendish experiment proves that. No.
Oh man.
Nice. Nice.
Oh my gosh, sorry.
Crazy. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, just hit
I'll be
super
right
chat
back.
and we'll be more than happy to answer to you. Especially you, Globies.
Coffee.
Any
Yay.
questions, we're more than happy to answer you guys.
I've seen clouds move east. I've seen them move west. I've seen them move
At
north.
the same time?
Yes.
I've seen
Do they
them
move
at different
with the wind?
times.
Yeah, it's called a tornado. Moves in all vectors. Well done.
Yep. Hurricane.
If
Okay,
if
well, they move
you're
with the
saying
wind.
you're saying the Earth rotates in one direction, though, right?
Yeah, but the wind moves in many different directions. The wind
Right.
has to do with high and low pressure, not so much the rotation.
He just debunked hurricanes caused by Coriolis, guys. He literally just went against hurricanes are caused by Coriolis. Winds do not move due to rotation, but to high and low pressure systems. Just like I've been saying all these years, making a video, and Bob had the audacity to tell me I'm wrong, but literally just said that.
Their movement is created by the pressure systems. The direction of movement is created by the Coriolis effect, you fucking idiot.
Well done.
What
Bob.
a
He's a
fucking
professional
mongrel.
contrarian.
Yeah.
That's basically what he's got going on. He's a contrarian.
Yeah. Contrary.
But yeah, this guy's like literally demolishing this dude. But it gets even worse than this, guys. Wait till they actually start getting to the flight.
Oh God.
This is just working out with Coriolis. Then they get to flight dynamics.
It's just going to get worse.
Exactly.
Some rotation, but mostly.
So Ranhan was wrong when he said Coriolis had to do with wind.
It does have to do with wind, yeah.
You just said it doesn't.
Wow.
Let's go
Make
back
up
10
your
seconds.
mind, man.
Yeah, listen what you said 10 seconds ago.
When he said Coriolis had
Wait,
to
another 10 seconds.
exactly.
Some rotation, but mostly.
So Ranhan was wrong when he said
the rotation. Many different directions. The wind
Right.
has to do with high and low pressure, not so much the rotation.
exactly.
Some rotation, but mostly.
So Ranhan was wrong when he said Coriolis had to do with wind.
It does have to do with wind, yeah.
So I just want going back to the Coriolis. Okay,
sure.
We throw a ball at the equator; it's not going to deviate sideways.
Who told you that?
Because you can
What
literally
direction?
throw a ball and it's not going to do it.
What direction are you throwing the ball in, dipshit? North to south, east to west?
Okay, do you think you're going to see the deviation in the range that you throw a ball? A few feet.
But hang on.
Do it with an artillery shell.
Yeah, hang on. Distance isn't in Coriolis formula.
No, the deviation is in Coriolis. Your ability to measure that deviation is related to distance, yes.
So, but if I throw a bullet, if I shoot a gun north, it's not going to deviate sideways, 460 meters.
You sure about that?
It's not going to deviate sideways 460 meters because
Yes. I've done long range shooting. I've never had to account for Coriolis ever in my life. Thank you.
I can show it all day long.
Yeah. Can anybody show me any person that's ever counted for Coriolis when taking a shot?
Long range snipers.
No.
No, sir.
Artillery.
Nope. That would be a negative.
Why does the military take into account Coriolis and curvature? Why do they do that? See, the American military rarely misses their target. There's occasions when they do, but we rarely miss. So why if we take into account something that doesn't exist, are we more accurate?
Even when they shoot artillery on ships, south to north, they don't really account for any kind of deviation. We're talking.
They most fucking certainly do. They most certainly do.
Large shell. My dad was a spotter for a while when he was in Vietnam, and he never, ever did any correlation or calculation for Coriolis when he shot their can.
You're a liar.
When they take
The only thing they really take account into is barrel roll.
Yeah.
Because it comes out and it has
I got some new people. Welcome, guys. Good to have you all here. Got Kirkland, Don Logan, and Mellow Fellow, and the Snooch. I love the name. Let me get you guys wrenches.
can explains like the Magnus effect because of the barrel distortion, the barrel that gives it that little deviation. And then obviously
barrel distortion. Talking about the rifling in a barrel that imparts spin on the fucking bullet. God damn, this guy's dumber than dog shit.
they have to work out with windage and drop, but definitely not Coriolis.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, well, let's say when you take a foul in soccer, in football.
Yes, windage is part of it, and yeah, that's part of it, and drop, ballistic drop. Yes, that's part of it. But for artillery, long range shooting, yeah, spin and Coriolis are most certainly taken into account, and curvature.
If Coriolis was real, if there was that kind of deviation, then
see if Coriolis is real. Let's see, is Coriolis real? Because the Earth rotates on its axis, calculating air is deflected toward the right in the northern hemisphere and toward the left in the southern hemisphere. So it is real. So you're just a lying sack of shit, right?
the football player wouldn't have to curve the ball around the players to get it in the goal, would he? He would just have to kick it, and then it'll flow it itself.
Yep.
Well, ask Neil deGrasse Tyson in football.
Yeah.
I did a quick calculation.
A quick
And due to the
calculation.
spin,
I did it in my head because I'm so fucking brilliant. I did all it.
It's just the dumbest people in class sitting around in the smoking area after school talk about how they hate the smart kids because they're just so fucking smart. This is all this is. Just these guys never grew out of high school.
well, when you're shooting a shell the
Pretty
size
sad.
of a Volkswagen at a couple hundred miles an hour, I'm pretty sure you'd have to account for something like that on a battleship when you're shooting. And my dad was on a destroyer. They had small guns, but they still had to spot for larger ships too. So they didn't figure north to south deviation for Coriolis when they were shooting at another ship. Okay.
And did you notice it was like line of sight? You actually had to see your target.
All they take into consideration is the speed of both ships in the direction of them, and then the speed of the wind. That's about it.
I read an article on it once, and they said that it's a mysterious thing that they really don't have to account for, but they do.
So you don't think that our artillery can hit targets they can't see based on just their distance and elevation? You're dumber. You're just dumber and dumber and dumber.
Make a story up to go with it. It's like those stories that go with most of globe effects.
Well, me and Michael did a video on a long range sniper. He usually does long range shooting, and he's talking about Coriolis, and he says, I don't take Coriolis into account, but I have to. I don't know how I do it, but I do.
He doesn't know how?
He doesn't know how?
He doesn't know how, but he does.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people that do rifling and stuff and gunsmithing, and I don't think they figure in that when they build their guns.
I'm just waiting for a nice competition, long range.
Why would they take Coriolis into effect when they're building a fucking gun? Why? Holy shit.
Shoot competition again, then I'm going to go interview some of the guys. I'm going to say, do you guys account for Coriolis? And they're definitely going to laugh when I ask them that. Half of them aren't even know what it is.
I'm shooting bow now, and I'm pretty sure I got a little bow I'm shooting with, and I don't have to I had to figure out wins, but Coriolis, not so much.
This is awesome.
This is really good.
This is funny.
Yeah.
Owen Benjamin. Yeah.
Factor in the spin.
Owen Benjamin, a failed comedian who tried to combat it in obscurity by latching onto a cult.
No, God damn it, man. Okay, what direction are we? East, west, north, south, northeast? Factor in everything. We need to know exactly the direction, the spin of the earth, and how to combat it. Else we're gonna miss. There's no spin of the earth. Take the shot, retard. It is wrong.
Yes, at that distance, you don't need to take into account. You goddamn, man. Unbelievably ignorant.
And you miss every single shot when we do this. If we miss this shot, our location will be blown. We've been here for 4 days shitting in little cans. Tell me. It'll be clear. Okay, down to the left 16 inches. No. He's cool. Glib or sniper. No, that's the target. Must be a mirage. Well, 8 inches per mile. I won't be able to see him. It's a mirage. I'm not taking the shot.
Okay, we can't hear it now.
Yeah, it's all messed up.
Yeah, what happened?
Curve. Okay, if you factor in the curve.
But I was going to say, thank you, for Jax, for gifting your membership, man. We appreciate it. Roger Little, welcome to becoming a member. Appreciate the support. You rock. Appreciate
Thank
all
you.
my members and everybody that supports the show financially. You guys are awesome. Thank you very, very much. But yeah, that was still an epic video. Yeah, guys, please
Be
remember
careful.
to hit the likes.
Be careful to become like Arwen. Start worshiping Owen Benjamin.
Mm.
Become
what's
a
wrong with
bear.
No, what did it for me with him was when I watched him with Brian Young talking about statism versus voluntarism. I was like, oh, this guy is so lost. This guy is really
The thing
lost.
about Owen Benjamin, he's got some good stuff and then he's got really rubbish stuff as well.
Well, he is just a comedian who just discovered flat Earth during his, path. But
career. Yeah.
He's got some really weird views on stuff.
Don't we all?
Let's get into
Speak for yourself, Ryan.
It does. Oh, come on! I'm sure that I can dredge up.
Yeah, I just got this from UP or Amazon. It was part of the expenditure for paints and stuff like that. And it's a paint rack. It holds all the paints. And in the back, you can see holes for paintbrushes. So, should serve useful.
Something that you believe in that everyone else thinks is crazy. Come on.
Nope.
Doesn't need to deviate 468 meters. You have to have the time of flight of the bullet. So if you fire a 308 round about 1,000 miles due north, the deviation is going.
308 put 1,000 miles.
Wow, that's a long shot.
How can that?
1,000 miles.
Would it even travel that far? I don't think.
No.
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 You gotta have a hell of a cartridge, man.
You're gonna do, no matter what you do, you'll never ever get it to travel 1,000 miles.
No.
And how about those planes that travel that far?
Well, if you put a rocket, on the back of it, maybe. But
yeah, probably.
No, I'm sorry. The last part. This is not the last piece. The last piece is a paint shaker. It's a little puck or a little round thing that has a rubber top that spins, and you just like what they shake up a little thing, a little test tube in a science lab. You stick this in it, and it just shakes the shit out of it, and so you have a consistent paint.
Get Mad Mike Hughes to build.
And that's the last thing.
Build you one.
I just gotta say, Debatable D, that guy that did that so-called west to east, where he put the sniper on a table, shot a sandbank, and turned around and put it on the table and shot another and says, "Look at us higher this." Literally can be debunked just by knowing how sniper rifles work.
So you know how sniper rifles work? So their ballistic trajectory is different depending on which direction you're shooting.
Do you know if you just take a shot, it's already off? You have to reset everything. Just because he moved up that way already means he's out of alignment.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure like the World War.
So once he has his scope set, once he has his scope zeroed, the MilDot scope zeroed in on the target, if the target is the same distance, he doesn't have to do anything. He didn't have to do anything. If the wind's low enough, he didn't even have to account for windage. So you're an idiot who all you know about shooting is how to pull the fucking trigger.
Two snipers and World War I snipers had to really sit down and figure out the Coriolis effect while they were shooting at a target in the middle of a battle.
Yeah, because before you take a shot, you do groupings. So you.
Yeah, that's how you center your scope. That's how you do that. And you think that guy just took a cold gun off the fucking dealer's rack and went out and slapped a scope on it and then set up and shot that thing? You don't think he zeroed that scope in? Are you fucking stupid?
You're able to work out how how close of a cluster you are. And while you're doing those groupings, you're working out like literally with a micrometer on every setting to get it as perfectly dialed in as possible. If you're going to pick up your gun and
Micrometer, you mean mil dot?
move it backwards, it's literally out of.
There's no fucking micrometer in a rifle or a scope. There literally is not a micrometer. But yeah, I'm gonna have to drill these holes. They won't fit my brushes. So tell us you don't know anything about shooting except how to pull a trigger without saying the words, dumb fuck.
Whack. You can't claim, oh, look at it, shot it higher here and lower there, so therefore Coriolis.
No, that's what you have mil dots on your
Yeah, it's literally idiotic.
on your crosshairs for.
Mhm.
You know,
So-
because you've got the thing sighted in for a certain distance. This means
Exactly.
that you know that you're going to have bullet drop over a distance. So if you have it sighted in at 100 yards and you go to shoot at something 150 yards away, you're going to want to raise your crosshairs up a bit. Use your mil dots. That's what they're on there for.
Wow, look at the big brain on Brad.
They're not just to look cool.
I don't think Bob's ever shot a gun.
Well,
Especially the fact that he thinks he can go 1,000 miles.
Well, living in Michigan, I bet you he probably hasn't.
I mean, not even a rail gun can.
You don't think people in Michigan fucking hunt? You don't think people in Michigan hunt? I know people in Ohio hunt. It's pretty goddamn close to Michigan. Let's see. Hold on. Do people hunt in Michigan? Approximately 700,000 people participate in hunting in Michigan, which supports more than 135,000 jobs in the state. So yeah, he probably has hunted. Fucking retard.
Can shoot 1,000 miles as far as I know.
I mean, they have the nerve to call other people retarded.
Wow.
I've never heard of that. No. And I've seen Lockheed's railgun, and I don't think they range it for 1,000 miles.
The only thing that can go there is like a
I think
ballistics
it's
missile or something.
200 and something miles or something. I think it's so far.
Yeah, it's crazy. This guy literally lives in
Yeah,
fantasy land.
It's crazy.
Well,
It's crazy. Everything's crazy to this guy. Reality is crazy to Mouse.
he's got to redefine his model, man. You know.
Yeah.
Oh.
It did, man. It almost
Have
took
you
my
guys
arm
ever
off.
seen that?
A
Have
real
you guys
gun.
ever seen that shape
Sorry.
thing that they make? It looks like a teardrop sort of, but it's curled. And it's like a piece of a stick or something. And if you put it in water, like when it's running, it'll climb up it. You ever seen that before?
I have a whole bunch of videos on those. Yeah. I'm trying to
Real
What
recall
if you
them.
were to make one of those? What if you were to make one of those that worked in the air? So whenever the wind blow, it would just go towards the wind. Would it work?
I don't know.
I don't.
Because I've seen when it's windy, I've seen like leaves and things levitating before, and like branches that are shaped funny, like levitating. And I've always wondered, like, if you were to shape something just right, could you make it like float in the wind and then drive towards it or something? You know, like follow the wind or go towards whatever direction it's going. I always
Make
wondered.
one, Ryan.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna have to get that video off TikTok and try to figure out what that shape of that palm leaf was, that palm part was, and see how to try to recreate it.
Yeah, flats. A real gun goes 250 miles in 6 minutes.
Uh-huh. That's why I said not even the railgun gets so far.
Yeah.
I
It's
just
got
want
a
to say,
count for
Coriolis doesn't apply to the spin of the bullet. That's Magnus effect.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, a railgun doesn't have the spin of a bullet because it doesn't rifle. It just fires a rod, basically.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Spin of the bullet. What the
Unless they've started rifling them too. I don't know. I thought they just launched it basically.
37 likes,
You're like comes
guys.
out.
73 people watching. Can you just hit the likes? I'm sure it's not too hard to do.
That's a good portion though compared to what I've seen in the past.
Okay, let's carry on.
We're getting
'Cause
there.
it gets worse than this, guys. You think it doesn't get worse?
I already know because it's Bob.
Of just 2 to 4 centimeters. I
He
calculate.
says 1,000 miles, you only get 2 to 4 centimeters change.
What, a deviation?
1,000 miles can only give 4 centimeters deviation.
It's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, you don't understand math?
So guess what, guys? He just debunked the claim that anybody using a rifle takes Coriolis into account, because then you wouldn't need to. If 1,000 miles
Exactly.
only does 4 centimeters.
Exactly. Why would you need to take it into account then? I mean, there's not even millimeters involved in that kind
So
of
not even a
measurement.
railgun needs to take it into account. Anything long distance doesn't need to take it out, because literally 4 centimeters in 1,000 miles.
Wow. Wow.
So he's literally just debunked every argument they've ever made.
Unless
for
they're really,
accounting
really
for Coriolis.
scarce, you're not going to miss out.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah, I guess Flatzoid ignores the fact that he's debunked flat Earth by his own standards, by his own words.
Somebody saw somebody shoot a bullet to the moon.
All maps represent flat Earth. Also, all maps are fake. All flat maps are fake. Don't match reality.
I bet that was interesting.
We did it once. They don't have it right off the top of my
So,
head.
do planes account for rotation of Earth?
Yes.
Is Vel in the I don't know what that means.
How
You
much?
heard that.
Can you
Planes
find one that'll
account
say
for
that?
rotation of Earth. He probably heard this from Wolfie. But look how bad this gets.
Well, the way a plane
You just said, hang on. You think a plane flying is going to account for that?
Yes.
Like they might for wind, maybe, not for a spin of the Earth.
Well, the wind is going to be a much greater factor than the spin of the Earth is. But
exactly
the way that you account for it, are you familiar with vector addition?
Vector addition, no.
Okay. Well, let me explain
So
it
the
to
wind
you then.
goes with so the wind
if you
stays,
look at
everything in there, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. Like I don't understand how you can
I don't get it.
contradict
That's a good statement.
yourself that many times in
I don't
in
get
a
it.
conversation and then walk out
And
of it
you
thinking
never
that
will.
you know something or that you're
Hey,
smart.
Bob is here. Bob, I think we just counted maybe 10 contradictions in 9 minutes of
Right. So can
No, you misunderstood science 10 times. That's what you did.
someone explain to me like why anybody would listen to this dude?
I wouldn't.
This should be fun. It already has been fun, Bob.
Does he have fans? I mean,
Had a good laugh.
Bob, this has been fun because you've been laughing at your idiocy and contradictions constantly. So yes, it's been fun. And you shouldn't be very, very happy about how this guy literally, how can I say, took his hand by your ears and dragged you around the floor the whole night.
No, he didn't. He fucking didn't. Oh my god, the dishonesty of this dumb fuck.
Yeah, you've done nothing but contradict from the start. From the start, that guy had you just like that. From the
I think
start.
they call it
Flammable and inflammable?
being mopping the floor with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's
Aw. Bless his little heart.
carry on. Like I said, it gets worse. This is when it starts
Bless
getting
their
extra
little
fun, guys.
hearts.
A grid that is north, south, east, west. Okay. Now, if you go straight north, all of your speed is going straight north. If you deviate a little bit to the northwest, some of your speed is going to the north and some of your speed is going to the west. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, on a spinning object, I mean, yeah, okay.
Okay. No, on any object. That's just simple vector addition. It works on a flat plane too. So what happens is to maintain your course over your flight path, that little magenta line, if you're being blown or moved from left to right, you have to deviate back a little bit to the left to stay on course.
Yeah. What's that caused by, Bob? Wind.
Not spin.
So it's drift caused by wind, Bob.
No, it's not what he's talking about. It's not what he's talking about. Why are you lying? See, you're straw manning him. You're straw manning what he's saying right now and lying about it.
Uh-oh. And notice wind goes in different directions.
Well, I understood what he said. Grabbed him drug him around the room by his ears. I understood. Flatzoid isn't a great communicator.
Bob? Remember, Bob already conceded earlier that Coriolis is not caused by the rotation. It's by...
No, he didn't. No, he didn't, you fucking liar. Jesus, you can't fucking not lie, can you? Holy shit.
By wind caused by pressure systems.
Right, yes. The movement of wind is caused by pressure systems. The direction of the wind is caused by Coriolis, you fucking idiot. Just because you can't understand what's being said, that's not our problem. That's not Bob's problem. That's your problem.
That's right, Norman. Bob.
Yeah.
I mean, every fucking word out of his mouth is a lie. Every single fucking word. Hey, and he's so proud of it. He's so proud of it.
That little bit of deviation, second by second, increases your speed to the west. And as a result, when you're going north, you're constantly kind of leaning a little bit towards the west to stay on course. And that little leaning accounts for the Coriolis effect, which would normally blow you up or make you move off course to the east because you were already.
In other words, so a helicopter hovering a meter above the Earth doesn't experience Coriolis, right?
No, of course not. It's not moving.
No.
It's tethered to the Earth. It's tethered to the atmosphere.
No, it's tethered by the guy holding the stick and the collective and holding it there. That's why it's tethered. That's what it's tethered by.
No, it's not moving. In order to have Coriolis.
Yes, the helicopter isn't moving. It's stationary in relative to the Earth, you fucking moron. So you think that was a debunk? Jesus fucking Christ.
So it's not moving, Bob.
Wow, that's
There's
an
no
interesting.
point.
That's interesting.
So not Coriolis then, Bob.
No, you have to have ground speed to move to be affected by Coriolis, stupid. Fucking idiot.
Try let that sink in
Really,
what you just said.
really is a fucking idiot. Doesn't
You
have
think
a
he's gonna
fucking
get
clue.
that? Is it going to sink in his head what
Probably
he
not.
just literally said?
Probably not.
None of them have a clue. Just none of them understand what they're what's being talked about. And they're dishonest. They've not researched anything. They're lazy. It's just internet cancer. May is Internet Cancer Awareness Month.
You should probably look up the definition of what contradiction is.
Yeah, you should probably look that up too, asshole. I think Bob knows the definition better than you do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to fight for
this.
Coriolis, but just tell you how it's not Coriolis at the same time.
Wow.
Fucking dumbasses.
No, we
Listen to the simpletons laugh.
account for Coriolis, but see no deviation. Wow.
How do you account for something that's not observed? Oh, I know.
Exactly.
It doesn't exist.
Exactly.
My ribs are
Plus, you
starting
have
to
to
hurt.
have.
What, like God? How do you account for something that you can't be observed? Doesn't exist, just like God, right? And the flat Earth.
From laughing.
Crazy.
You have to have
So
displacement.
the Earth
from-
doesn't rotate underneath the helicopter.
Of course not.
Why not?
Because
it's stationary. Does the Earth rotate underneath you? No, because you're stationary.
the helicopter's rotating at the same speed of the Earth. It's
That's
not
the-
moving
what's
relative to
called-
the ground. Why
How's
don't
it
you
tethered to
understand
the Earth?
relative speed?
How's it tethered to the earth like that?
Well, it starts on the ground and it's moving with the earth. As
How
it
is-
comes
how?
up, it still has that inertia.
How does it have that inertia?
Oh my God, this guy just can't understand simple shit. Bob is having to re-explain at least a dozen times to this moron what conservation of momentum is. And these idiots think that he's beating Bob in a debate. The delusion of these fucking morons is just phenomenal. Just through the fucking roof.
Because that's how inertia works. If your object,
Or
first of all,
resistance to-
motion,
hang
an
on.
object in motion will remain in motion unless acted upon by an unbalanced force.
Yeah, great. And a helicopter has a force.
It also has a control stick. Also has a flight yoke and a fucking collective and pedals. Yeah, it has all those things. You ever fly a helicopter? I've flown a simulator. I got called in to do a story for the paper, for the Post paper in Fort Rucker, Alabama. And it was on how they have upgraded the simulator facilities, where they added digital along with the maps. What they had was they had a room the size of a gymnasium with these maps that were built like this, but then suspended and hung on their sides, and just layer after layer. And they had a camera that was on a gantry that could move, that could rotate, had 6 degrees of movement: up, down, up, left, right, in, out, and rotated. And the be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 degrees of motion. And that was you. That camera represented you in the helicopter. And the houses were like this big, but the camera was so small, his field of view was large. So it was a simulated non 3D simulation. And that helicopter, or that camera, was tied to 3 huge screens that made up the view of the cockpit. And as a reward for doing pictures for them, they let me fly one of the simulators for like 5 minutes. I crashed it several times because those things are fucking impossible to control. They are the most difficult thing in the world to fly. They're completely unstable.
Roger Ledwell, thank you very much for your
Well, not completely. They're controllable, but yeah, if you let go of the stick on a helicopter, you're going to fucking crash, because you need to control them to make them go where you want them to go, or stay where you want them to stay. These idiots have no fucking clue.
$2 super chat, mate. I really, really appreciate it, man.
It's just they're saying whatever thoughts come into their fucking head about their opinion on anything, and they think it matches reality because they have internet cancer. They are internet cancer sufferers. The internet has convinced them that whatever they say, whatever they think, whatever they do is 100% correct, and everyone is wrong for disagreeing with them. That's why they took the count off of the thumbs down button. That's why they censor words that criticize people. Descriptive words. That's why they censor shit. That's why they block your channel if you're too critical of someone. It's internet cancer. It's a disease. It's a disease of the mind.
Rock. He says,
Yeah, I was gonna
Bob
say,
did a real job.
He's fucking retired, dude. He's well, partially retired. I think he still practices, but he does have a real job. What's your job? Shitty painting cars? We've seen some of your work, man. You showed one of the cars that you painted, and it looked fucking hideous.
There you go.
Thank you very much for the super.
I could have done better with a fucking rattle can on a windy, dusty day.
Chat, Roger.
I was gonna say a helicopter is moving. The blades are spinning, and it's providing lift for the helicopter, so it is moving. It may not seem to be moving.
How does it provide lift? Maybe the Bernoulli principle? Pressure without containment? You mean like that? Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up.
In space, but it's still moving. The blades are moving, and it's being held up. You know, it's levitating only because of the air is being pushed downwards.
No, it's not levitating. It's not levitating. That's not levitation. That's aerodynamic lift.
Countering the force of whatever's pulling it down.
I bet these idiots think that the blades actually push the air down, like just the angle of the blades force the air down.
Right? So there you go.
I mean, they do it to an extent, but not enough to give the thing lift.
Hey, Angel's in. He's the guy talking to Bob. You want to come in, man? We still got one place
bless
open.
you, man.
Man.
Yeah.
You're not going to invite Bob in? So you're going to invite this other guy in, but not Bob. You're just going to talk shit about Bob? Okay.
We're great to have a chat with you. The link is above there for the restream if you want to come in. By the way, brilliant job.
Yeah, brilliant, definitely brilliant job.
Oh, is that the dipshit he was talking to? Oh my God.
Dude, from the start, you had him. From the start, he didn't even realize it.
So you're going to have that guy on, the guy that proved to be a complete fucking moron, but you're not going to have Bob on, the guy you're talking shit about, the guy that you're completely wrong about, that you're lying about, so he can defend himself.
I don't think.
Seems honest, right? It's about as honest as you can get from a fucking panel of liars.
Of course he doesn't realize
Bob is in just denial. He knows he's wrong. He just can't accept it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
But yeah, but it's good to see you, man. Really, really enjoying this. It was funny.
I didn't believe him about his pilot license. No, either do I.
Yep.
There's no unbalanced force acting on it.
Right. So why?
Someone has a pilot's license doesn't make.
I mean, that's cowardice. That's fucking cowardice. Talking shit about a guy that's in the chat and not inviting him on, but inviting the other guy on. That's just pure cowardice.
So
I also got to add something quickly. Bob says because if you asked about unbalanced force, are you telling me a helicopter doesn't have an unbalanced force?
That's what he's saying.
No, but I bet he eats crow.
Oh my God.
Bob. No, helicopters don't use force to fly, guys. They use magic.
It's magic.
Yeah. Magic hovering.
Levitation magic. Yeah, of course.
Oh man.
Inertia is resistance to force, right?
Inertia is resistance to change, not force. Yeah, change.
Which requires a force, Bob. And that's what helicopters use, and planes, and bullets, and people jumping out of airplanes, and anything that has acceleration requires a force. So therefore, anything moving is resistance to inertia, Bob.
Right. And you even think about what is the root word of inertia? Inert.
Inert. Yeah.
What does inert mean?
Unmoving. Yeah, exactly. Not changing.
But yeah. Short shot, dude. Yeah, there is the link on top if you want to come in, man. But it's good to see you, man. This is funny.
So an object that's in motion will remain in motion.
So if we hover,
to change that, you have to apply a force to it. That's where you're getting the force from.
The term for inertia comes from the Latin word inerse, meaning idle or sluggish. Doesn't mean nothing, you fucking moron. Oh, those two words sound alike, so they must mean the same fucking thing.
But I'm just a dumb flirter. I wouldn't know anything.
it's equally as valid for me to just say that the Earth is stationary relative to the helicopter, right?
Yep.
How would the helicopter know the difference?
They wouldn't. That's my point.
Okay.
It's equally as valid.
Oh, wow. Great. Fantastic.
Hey, Gary, what's up, man?
Not much. Just laughing my head off at Bob.
The fact that he
With his
thinks he's still
foolishness.
got...
I mean, his chat is nothing but ad homs. Nothing but ad homs.
No stress, man. When you're ready to come in, Angel, no stress, man. But
He
yeah, the
says, how
fact
do
that
I,
he's
he said,
Yeah,
how
I
do I
can
drop
drop
the links at the
Oh.
top, Angel, at the top of
but
the
someone's
live.
gonna have to drop them.
Yeah,
Someone's
I'll
gonna
drop.
have
They should call him Head
I'll
Off
drop out.
Bob.
I do have to head out. So
Um,
I'm dropping out.
Yeah, I
Thanks
can
for
can
coming,
leave
Jeff.
so he can come in. I just
I'll
wanted
drop
to, I
him
just
or
wanted to
whoever,
say
whatever.
a nice laugh at Bob.
And
Jeff
maybe if
already
you
left.
can't, maybe if you, maybe if you can't see the link, it's because
I'm gonna
you'll have
post
to
it
get
quickly
rid,
for you.
you'll have to get rid of the poll first, and then the link
There
will
we
be
go.
there.
I'll put the link up for him
Yeah,
down
put the
there.
link back. All right, got you. There
You
it
can
is.
just click that link. But
Hey.
yeah, but Gary, I think you can agree Bob is really just being dishonest because he
He
can't
gets wiped
accept.
out on this.
You've constantly strawmanned him. You've lied, stating things that you know are not true, and you want to call him dishonest? Wow.
Subject.
Good going, Mouse.
It's really
I don't know
funny.
if you can hear me.
Every time.
I can hear you. Yeah, Bob thinks you got to steer your car to adjust for Coriolis when you're driving down the highway too.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then
Yeah,
and
if
he
you're
said you
moving-
can also
only if
adjust for
you're
the
moving-
Coriolis by following a land track like a highway. If you just follow the highway, you'll be adjusting for the Coriolis. He's so stupid.
Oh, highways adjust for Coriolis too.
Yo,
What's
guys.
up,
Yeah,
Angel?
I've got it all on tape. I had a big argument with him. I got it on my channel. He's a nitwit.
Wow.
Yeah. What's
Yo,
up,
guys.
Angel?
What's up, man? I love you guys.
Oh,
Hey, you should.
brilliant.
You should. I'm gonna link you my TikTok. Watch my most
yes,
recent
please.
video. I literally just did another debate with another pilot and completely destroyed him.
Nice.
I bet you did. With your aviation acumen, I'm sure you destroyed him. Jesus, the fucking ego on these dipshits.
Nice.
But that's
Dude,
why that's the
guys.
thing is Wolfie and them always want to debate me, but he specifically doesn't want to debate on flight dynamics. He only wants to debate flight paths. And the more I'm telling them, no, I'm interested in flight dynamics, the more they're
Then you ought to fucking research it and not just watch flat Earth videos about it. You should actually do some research now, Mouse. You really should.
run away from it. But this is exactly why. Just what you did was break it down so,
It's because they start out with a flat, non-rotating plane.
and it's based on that exactly. Even Bob, with his contradictions, showed that we can't claim it to be spinning because it's literally being fought for as not spinning.
No. You fucking retard.
But yeah, stick your
God
link
damn,
in
man.
the private chat, and then
Yeah.
I'll stick it in the
Private chat. Shit.
yeah. Then I can stick it in the YouTube for everybody. Short.
Yeah, dude. Guys, I've only been a flat earther for less than 2 years, but once I saw the truth, I couldn't unsee it. And I've been on flat earth journey for like every day for hours and hours each day. So I'm actually very knowledgeable, I believe. And this is why.
No, you're not. You aren't knowledgeable in anything, man. You prove that.
The truth speaks for itself, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm debating pilots. I've never flown a plane. I'm debating pilots, and they literally prove the Earth is flat every time. It's so easy.
Oh, so you've never flown a plane. You don't know anything about how to fly a plane. You don't know how the instruments work. You've never studied about how planes work, but you know more than every pilot.
Yeah, but that's what I say. If you just follow the flight dynamics, they got no argument at all.
Yeah. You're going to love this one, by the way, guys. You're going to love it.
I just followed you. There we go.
Yeah, I'll do it. I've copied the link. I'll do it after. Because I'm not signed into TikTok on the computer. I'll do it on the phone afterwards. Nice one, man.
But yeah, you did an awesome job.
Absolutely.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, let's carry on.
Valid for me to say that the Earth is just stationary relative to the helicopter.
It would work with a stationary Earth relative to the helicopter hovering, but that doesn't prove that the Earth is stationary. You still have to do that.
So if we flew a plane with the rotation of the Earth, but we set the plane speed at 500 miles per hour, does it move?
So here's this guy's channel. Lights for Angels is what his Clouds behind the moon, star trails, dome, moon craters, globe destroyed. Yeah, okay. Just head full of garbage. That's all he's got, man. Just a head full of fucking garbage. Oh, ask a pilot if the Earth is flat. Yeah. Jesus. Holy crap.
Moon walk backwards because it's going slower than the rotation.
Why would it? I told you it's relative to the.
Hey, good to have you here, casual. Welcome aboard.
Relative to the surface of the Earth, so it's moving
Right,
across
so
the surface of the Earth at 500 miles an hour. The rotation doesn't have anything to do with it.
So it's
Yeah, the rotation hasn't anything to do with it. So stationary then, Bob.
What?
Exactly.
Wow.
Relative, so the Earth relative to the plane is stationary.
Oh man, I can't understand how these people just don't get. I want to say it's turning.
The relative to the surface of the Earth, so stationary. You still have
so
to do that.
So if we flew a plane with the rotation of the Earth,
yep,
but we set the plane speed at 500 miles per hour, does it moonwalk backwards because it's going slower than the rotation?
Why would it? I told you it's relative to the surface of the Earth, so it's moving across the surface of the Earth at 500 miles an hour. The rotation doesn't have anything to do with it.
So it's
Yeah, the rotation hasn't anything to do with it.
Right, the rotation doesn't have anything to do with the relative ground speed of the fucking aircraft. You fucking retard. Yes, it has nothing to do with it. You walking 1 mile an hour through a train has nothing to do with how fast that fucking train is moving. Are you this fucking stupid, Flatzoid? Are you that fucking ignorant? That dishonest that you can't understand simple shit like that?
So stationary then.
Fuck. Holy
What?
shit.
Exactly.
And this guy has the nerve to think that he's smarter than everyone. That he's debunked science. Very good. Very good. What a dumb motherfucker he is.
Exactly.
Christ.
Relative, so the Earth relative to the plane is stationary.
Oh man, I can't understand how these people just don't get. I want to say it's turning, but I'm fighting for it's not turning. So believe me, it's turning.
No, that's not at all what he's saying, asshole. That's how you want to hear it because you're a dishonest piece of shit.
Imagine all the professors in the colleges that are watching this and going, "What the hell?"
Yes, if all the professors in all the colleges were watching this, they would weep for you. They would weep for the fact that our educational system has completely failed you. You think they disagree with Bob? Oh my God, you guys are fucking delusional.
Is he talking about? They're probably thinking, "I hope these guys don't show up on campus."
I don't know.
You know,
and by the way, Bob, I'm still waiting to hear what plane you flew in.
Oh yeah, by the way, I got a funny story about that. So afterwards, I told him I didn't believe he was a pilot.
Yeah.
And then I asked him, okay, well, Bob, by the way, what plane did you fly? He's like, oh, that's not important. I'm like, yeah, I don't believe you're a pilot.
Uh-huh. I mean, you would know what kind of plane.
Why wouldn't he just
maybe
rattle
a
off 5 or
Cessna
6
or a-
different ones? You know, yeah.
I mean, you would know what plane you actually flew in if you were like serious about it.
He knew.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It might take you a second to remember the first one, but I mean, like, I think if I were to get my license, I think I'd remember the first plane I flew. Yeah, I think I would.
I mean, like I said before the beginning of the stream, when I said, when I was.
Oh my God, Bob won't say what kind of plane he flew, so the Earth must be flat and motionless. You listen to yourselves?
11 or 12 was able to go sit in the cockpit of a cheetah already. So I was in a whole bunch of different planes by the time I was out of school. But
Me
I didn't
too. I
fly
flew
the
back and
planes,
forth.
but I was at least able to get exposure to the planes, you understand, and actually fly in them, but not pilot it myself. And I promise you, I've never ever seen curve before or experienced Coriolis before. I didn't even know what Coriolis was then because nobody ever spoke about it. I mean, even when I went the Air Force Base and you'd climb in those simulators where they'd practice, there's no Coriolis in those simulators. Doesn't exist.
Why should it? Why should it Coriolis exist in a simulation?
Well, think about this. A helicopter.
If planes don't have to account for it all that much, why do you have to include it in a simulation? It's stupid.
If it's coming up on a ship that's moving away from it, it can't just hover. It has to maintain that same speed forward as the ship is going in order to land on the pad where it's wanting to go.
Right, because the ship is moving across the Earth, and the conservation of momentum is with the Earth and not the ship. So the ship is moving at different speed as them. Yes, they'd have to adjust and maneuver to land the ship. Why do you think that's somewhat? Why do you think that's something that's fucking like revelatory? God damn. They say the simplest shit. Stuff that a fucking fifth grader would be embarrassed to say because it's so dumb. And they think it's fucking brilliant.
If it takes off and just starts hovering, that ship will move out from underneath of it.
No, it won't, because they'll stay with the ship. When they land on the ship, their conservation of momentum is with the ship. So when they hover on the ship, they're going to focus on the ship. Fuck these guys. Holy crap.
I mean, there's no way of getting around this, and you'd have to have the same effect on the Earth. Of course, unless you think that the air is
Why, your opinion?
somehow velcroed to the fucking ship.
Well, that's what Bob thinks, which totally goes against what gas is.
No, that's not what Bob thinks. Because Bob said that's not how he thinks. He said the air is not velcroed, you fucking liar. You keep saying lies, Flatzoid. You keep saying something that it was just told to you was a lie. What the fuck, man?
I mean, gas is unbonded.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Gas is unbonded. What does that mean, Flatzoid? You don't know. You just say that because you heard it somewhere. You have no idea what that means.
It's hilarious.
That was funny, Angel, when you asked him about the fan. And he says, yes, it does move with it. It's like, what? Can you show me that? It's like, oh, yeah, just stick a fan on.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, if that's the case, if it's all velcroed, when I wave my hand, the whole lot of the world's atmo should move. To a certain extent, anyway. And that with that logic.
Equally as valid for me to just say that they're stationary then.
There are other clues that you can look for in a moving aircraft that will tell you otherwise. The Utvos effect, for example.
The what?
The Utvos.
The Utvos effect.
Which is?
As planes move with the rotation, objects in the plane become slightly lighter.
Wow.
And if they move against the rotation, objects become slightly heavier. And that is a measurable.
Actually, that's wrong.
No, that's absolutely right. He proved it. Bob proved it. So you're a liar and you're stupid.
I would like to see proof of that.
I want to see that written in my paper.
He's wrong because the Utvos effect is got to do with you further away from the surface of the Earth, so therefore you weigh less. He's saying you're moving.
No. What is the Utvos effect? Not the opposite effect, you fucking idiot. How do you spell that? Eotvus. Okay. The Otvus effect. The Atmos effect is the change in measured Earth's gravity caused by the change in centrifugal acceleration resulting from eastbound or westbound velocity. Yeah.
Eastward, are you moving?
So you're wrong. It has nothing to do with your altitude. So you're fucking wrong, Flatzoid, right there. This debunks you. This proves that you're wrong. Now, elevation, I guess elevation could have something to do with it because we weigh less when we're higher up. But no, it's the atmos changes the change in measured Earth's gravity caused by the change in centrifugal acceleration resulting from east to westbound velocity. Now, your altitude will change how much that velocity is, but the effect is the movement of the Earth, not your altitude.
Moving westward, therefore, no, that's not the Artfos effect.
I mean, it's just so fucking easy to debunk, isn't he? He just doesn't do any research. Internet cancer victims are just they don't say anything. They're just empty shells, empty drums.
So you even got that wrong.
I just proved that you got it wrong, okay? I just proved that you got it wrong, Flatzoid, and he was 100% correct. So, fuck off.
It's like he did.
I mean, you can fuck off with your uneducated opinion, okay?
It's like he did
with your
some light
fucking
research,
lies.
He just read the first paragraph or something of everything to see what it was all about.
He like read the first paragraph and says,
and then forgot half of it.
I got this. I have a degree.
There we go. The
Yeah, I'm a
effect
smart
of the
guy.
object moving eastward along 60 degrees latitude, the object tends to move away from the Earth's axis. At the Artfos effect of the Earth moving westward along 60 degrees latitude, the object tends to be pulled towards the Earth axis.
Yes, it doesn't have to do with altitude, Flatzoid. So you're wrong. This proves that you're fucking wrong. Now, what excuses are you going to make up to say that, oh, that's what you said?
See,
Go ahead.
so it's how far you are from the surface.
No, it's not, motherfucker. Where does that say that's how far you are from the surface? Shows a degree in latitude. And it says if you're traveling one way, you'll be pulled closer to the Earth or pushed further away. It doesn't say anything about altitude. You fucking liar. You read it. You just fucking read it, and now you're fucking lying. All right, later, casual. Thanks for stopping by, man. I mean, what a pathetic piece of shit this guy is. What a pathetic piece of shit. I gotta go full screen for a second because I can't hardly read that. Well, here, hold on. Oh, he only does it 720. Be right back. The Atmos effect for an object moving eastward along a 60-degree latitude. The object tends to move away from the Earth's axis. The Atmos effect for an object moving westward along a 60-degree latitude. The object tends to be pulled towards the Earth's axis. It doesn't say anything about altitude. You fucking liar. God, what a pathetic piece of shit you are. Holy fuck. You can't admit that you're wrong, ever. That's why we call you Mouse. Because you're a cowardly little mouse when it comes to personal responsibility.
Oh, man.
God, what a fucking intolerable asshole.
Anyway, thanks, Bob. Carry on.
And he wants to call other people dishonest.
Trying to educate people with contradiction.
Effect.
I know.
So, but in relation to the ground, it's equally as valid for me to say the Earth is stationary.
Yes.
Since the object is moving relative to the ground, you can't tell if it's moving or not moving.
Right.
So then he's right then. You're right, Angel. Because then you're literally saying because we can't.
Yes, because of frame of reference, you can say that. But if you change your frame of reference like space, you'll see that the Earth is fucking moving. But that's an observation you won't accept, right? You accept all observations where someone's just standing on the fucking water looking at the ocean. Standing on the beach looking at the ocean. That's a valid observation. But photographs from space or video from space is not.
Can't observe it to be moving, you are right to say the Earth's not moving. He's the one that's not right because he can't prove it's not moving. He can't prove it is.
Yes, we can prove it's not moving. We have the fiber optic gyro. We have the ring laser gyro. We have circular star trails south of the equator. We have circular star trails anyway, everywhere. So yeah, we can prove it. You just won't accept any of the proof because you're a lying sack of shit and you're desperate. You're desperate to be important because you're not, and you know it. You know you're not important in any way, shape, or form, except when you have your little show, and then you're important to other people who are unimportant because you're just as dumb as they are, and they like you because you're dumb, because they feel comfortable around other dumb people.
I mean, it's not rocket science. Look, we can't tell if it's moving, so it's what's Occam's razor going
Yeah, bring up another subject you don't fucking understand.
to say? Oh, okay. We can't observe it moving, so which is the logical deduction? Oh, we're not.
I don't know. We measure it as moving. We measure it as moving. But see, you've just avoided all of the scientific method except for the first step. See, why can't you guys get past the first step of the scientific method? You insist that we use it and we adhere to it religiously, but yet you have not applied it at all to the flat Earth. All you've done is observe. All you've done is observe. No, you've just stood on the beach, looked at the ocean, said, looks flat. It must be flat. And that's where it ends for you. There's no testing, no measurements, nothing. Just looks flat. I mean, you shine a laser light out on the water. Tell you what, go to a tailor and have him fit you for a suit and have him just shine a laser at you and then make your suit. Tell me how it fits. See, you can't measure anything by just shining a laser out there on the water. You can't measure anything. You can think it's flat because someone saw a light, but then you don't understand physics. You don't understand how optics work. But no, you haven't measured it. All you've done is look. So you've completely avoided all of the scientific method while demanding that we adhere to it like a religion. Sounds like fucking hypocrisy to me.
Not moving.
I wonder.
Right, so now if we spin the Earth, we do a 180 with the plane, right? Go against the rotation at same speed, 500 miles per hour. Does it move faster? Because now the rotation's
What did
coming
I just
towards
say?
it.
What did I just say?
Let me get my...
It's measured in ground speed. If you're moving 100 miles an hour west to east, you're going 100 miles an hour. If you are going 100 miles an hour going east to west, you're going 100 fucking miles an hour because it's in relation to the ground.
Point out. So the rotation of the Earth's coming towards you now 1,000 miles per hour, but the plane still goes like the Earth is stationary, right? So then it's equally as valid.
The plane suddenly stops.
And then it's
and the
equally
Earth
as
moves
valid for me to
underneath
just
it.
say the plane flies like it's stationary.
You can't make that connection. That the Earth, the plane.
Why can't you make that connection? It's simple.
I know. Why? Why?
You said so.
Why don't you let him talk? Why don't you let him explain? Sounds like he was just about to do that. So why don't you let him explain instead of just talking shit about him? They still haven't invited Bob in yet. You notice that? They're still just talking shit about him while he's in the chat.
Because I'm Bob the Science.
But did he even tell you why, though?
I mean, that's cowardice.
No, he never said why. He just
Just feckless cowardice.
Yeah. Still can't. Bob says still can't.
We got another one.
You didn't
get
present
another one in.
Oh, and the supplies that I got, that's gonna have to last me a while because I got my electric bill and it's over $300. So $300 I don't have, but I'll probably come up with it somewhere.
Bob, you didn't present anything other than contradictions. You're literally saying on screen now, we can't observe rotation, but the Earth's rotating.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bob. By the
Does
way,
not
what plane do you
suddenly
fly?
Sorry?
By the way, Bob, what plane do you fly?
Yeah, still waiting to hear that. Maybe he still has to look up what kind of planes they are.
Maybe he has to Google one.
Yeah. Because I don't think he has a pilot. I don't think he's a pilot. I'm sorry.
Ask him how
The
Disney
fact,
got
the fact,
their.
the fact, and you know how I'm going to know he's not a pilot when we get to when you start talking about the when you get to the flight dynamics and we're talking about the rigidity in
Can't
space
see under
because
it
of the
that
gyro.
yet.
Yeah, dude, Flatzoid, I cooked the other guy that I'm talking about with that.
But this is the argument I always use against the guys. When you're on the runway, you are spinning the gyro to make that rigid horizontal. If you fly over your globe, let's say that picture you got there, by the time you get to the equator, that horizontal should be vertical because it's keeping a rigid space. It can't follow Earth curve. It's literally telling you this is the horizontal set rigid space, and that's what gives you plane orientation. So by the time you get to the equator, you're supposed to be flying vertically. And that's not what we see. They don't.
Except for the thing that's been explained to you thousands of times, dipshit. They have a thing called a pendulous vanes. And the pendulous vanes, if the aircraft stays out of whack for too long, they move to allow a vacuum suction to correct the attitude indicator. See, it allows gravity to take effect and right itself. But you've been explained to this, or this has been explained to you hundreds of times. Why are you fucking lying again, Flatzoid?
Yeah, the attitude indicator connected to the gyro should have a different orientation if it's now, say, 1/4 around the globe.
Exactly.
It should be vertical, then it should be upside down, then it should be like.
God, these dumbasses. Oh my fucking Lord. And you think you debunked? You think you destroyed pilots? With fucking talk like that? Holy fuck. See, he destroyed the pilot because the pilot wouldn't agree with him. The pilot wouldn't concede with his brilliant notion of how aviation works. See, the pilot, he didn't know anything. But this guy does. This guy knows everything. And the pilot wouldn't see it his way, so he just beat him in a debate. That's how they think.
Oh, Bob,
Yeah, they would only allow planes to go short distances if that was the case.
Yeah. Bob, we're more than
Jesus
confident.
fucking
If you want, we
Christ.
can come have a round 2 now. Not that you're going to get anywhere.
Absolutely clueless.
I wouldn't even bother. It's not even worth it.
It's not worth it.
Jesus
And we're
fucking
still
Christ.
waiting what plane.
Wait, what did you just say? Hold on.
Different orientation if it's now, say, 1/4 around the globe.
Exactly.
It should be vertical, then it should be upside down, then it should be like.
Oh, Bob,
Yeah, they would only allow planes to go short distances if that was the case.
Yeah. Bob, we're more than confident. If you want, you can come have a round 2 now. Not that you're going to get anywhere.
No, you won't get anywhere because you'll deny everything he says. You'll misinterpret science. You'll misunderstand it. You'll misrepresent it. You'll think that you're right when you're demonstrably wrong. Yeah, he won't get anywhere with you because you're impossible to teach. You are unwilling to learn. You're a cowardly little bitch who's afraid to admit when you're wrong. That's why he won't get anywhere. Not because you're smarter than him. You've proved that you're not. You've proved that you're not smarter than my fucking cat, pal.
I wouldn't even bother. It's not even worth it.
It's not worth it. And we're still waiting what plane you flew, Bob.
Stop as soon as it leaves the Earth. It doesn't lose its inertia. It's still
Right, but when
moving
you're
with
flying
the
against the rotation, now it should be working for you.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's a person who does not want to learn. They interrupt as soon as the person says something they don't agree with. They interrupt them, talk over them.
Okay, is it changing its relative position to the surface
It's
of
on
the
the
Earth?
equator, and
See, there again.
it's flying against the rotation.
Does
Now
it
the Earth is
change its relative speed
no.
in
It's just
relation
flying.
to the
It's flying.
surface of the Earth? It
It's
does
flying
not.
500 miles per hour.
In relationship to the surface of the
Yes.
Earth, not the rotation. It doesn't have anything to do with rotation.
Oh, look, he's figuring it out.
Every time he
Thanks.
opens his mouth, he literally shoots himself in the foot.
You're not following the conversation, are you? Jesus Christ. I'm just not going to talk. I'm going to put it on a faster speed, and I'm just going to let them fucking bury themselves. Because, I mean, we know what's up. We understand science. We understand flight dynamics. But they don't. So I don't really need to comment. All I need to do is let them talk. You don't need my commentary.
Yeah.
Bob, by the way, you just threw yourself away again when you said it's got nothing to do with the rotation.
Oh, so wait, does that mean planes don't account for Coriolis?
Nope, they don't.
Exactly.
Definitely don't.
Oh, man. This is sad.
I mean, that's just as sad as saying, so gas laws don't account for gravity.
It already has that.
I'm saying the
movement
plane
from rotation.
speed. I'm saying the plane speed is 500 miles per hour in the air. It's flying.
And I've already, yep.
Against the rotation.
Okay.
Does the plane get to its destination faster, 1,000 miles per hour? Because now the Earth is moving towards you.
So
the
I'm
answer
not
is no,
gonna-
right? It
yeah,
doesn't. It's equally as valid for me to say the Earth is just stationary, the plane's just flying.
Mm-hmm.
Considering the plane is moving relative to the surface,
yeah,
you can look at it either way. However,
Right.
there are things that you still have to demonstrate which way it is, and I've already
Yeah.
demonstrated that it's moving. It's
So
rotating.
Oh, sorry, he hasn't demonstrated anything that's moving.
Where did you do that?
He's made demonstrations and claims that it's not moving, not that it is moving. So I don't know where he's getting that. I don't know, Bob. Maybe it's your medication, man. Change your medication or something. I don't know.
You would do your dog walk, huh? Okay.
Yeah, that's what he says because he's all big chat. And when he said come in, instead of coming in,
Fucking
he's just
sad.
saying, "Oh, I'm big man. Oh, I will kill you."
I'm too big for you. I cannot
Well,
fight you.
Mr. Big Man, we are here. This is the problem with these guys. They're always just yap, yap, yap. You know, like little chihuahuas, all bark and no bite.
Yeah, man. What's up with that?
They are?
But it's anyway, Bob. There's no need. I mean, Angel literally spanked you around the block over and over, so
Yeah,
it's not like you're going to be able to save face.
A dumb flat earth. Come
here, Cece.
My God, they're deluded.
Come here, Cece.
When we land the plane on the north to south runway on the equator where the Earth spins 460 meters in 1 second, the plane doesn't chase the runway sideways.
Doesn't need to because it's moving relative to the surface of the Earth. That's already been explained to you a number of times. Why are you not getting it?
So it's equally as valid for me to say the Earth is stationary then,
Exactly.
in that instance, right?
No, it's valid for you
Why
to say
not?
you can't tell one way or the other from that situation. There
No,
are
it's
other ways.
equally
that
as
you can
valid for me
tell.
to just say the plane is flying and it's landing on a stationary land. Planes don't fly like the Earth is curved and rotating though.
Nope.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Yeah, I can show you documents.
Go ahead.
It's on the
Oh, documents. The 16 documents that were released by NASA saying that for the sake of this model, we can disregard curvature and movement. I mean, those the ones that from the organization that's in fucking space right the fuck now. I mean, those.
NASA's thing.
Show it to me.
I really don't want to have to get up and my computer.
All right, if you're trying to play the little game with a 1987 NASA document about flat and stationary
There's many
curves,
of them.
it's a computer model, not an actual aircraft model.
Does he think a computer model is not based on actual aircraft models?
No. Aircraft models are based on computer models. A computer model is based on an aircraft model. Yeah, I guess that would be correct. Yeah, but see, for the sake of aerodynamics, we don't give a fuck what shape the Earth is because we're not on the Earth. We're in the air, and we don't care about spin because we want to know how the air moves across the fucking wings and interacts with the body, and we don't need movement of the Earth to fucking do that. So in order to save on computational space, to save on time and save on processing speed and processing just processing the calculations, we don't fucking worry about those things. That's what that says. But you're so fucking stupid, you can't understand words that are written on a fucking page.
Here we go. Yep. Gonna double down.
Okay, there, new pilot. Forget everything you learned on the computer now because we're in real life. We just wait.
Mine.
You still need to know how to fucking land the plane. God, you're dumb. Holy shit, these guys are fucking ignorant as shit, aren't they?
Crap.
And yeah,
Wow.
there's quite a few documents, not just the NASA one.
Is there people actually take this guy serious? I mean,
Well,
I'm not
he's a
familiar with
pilot.
Yeah, smart people do. Smart people do. But you don't because you're fucking dishonest and dumb.
Doubt it. I think it's a
He's a pilot.
comedy.
You think you don't
Hey,
listen
check this out.
Chihuahua
Check this-
comments either. You just don't
check
pay
this
no
out.
mind about those. You're a tough little gal. Okay.
A plane flying 500 miles per hour would have to dip down its nose about 2,700 feet every minute.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, because that's
No, it wouldn't. That's not how aerodynamics work. In order for a plane to lower in altitude, it just has to slow down. Just has to slow down and let gravity take effect. But to go around the surface of the Earth, he doesn't have to dip his nose because he just has to fly at a level path, which is equidistant from the center of the Earth,
to follow the geometry.
within the same pressure layer, I guess you'd say. That's how the plane would read it, is the amount of pressure in the air, the atmospheric pressure. He just has to maintain that spacing between him and the Earth. So you're dumb and you don't understand the subject.
It's 8 inches per mile squared.
Yep.
And the instrumentation doesn't even pick this up, so it's weird.
Yeah, it's funny how that gyroscopes keep rigidity. It doesn't process downwards. Funny that.
Yeah. I don't think they understand what rigidity in space means, because they think it fixes itself to follow the Earth curve.
No, we know what rigidity in space means. You just proved you don't.
If you've taken a bicycle tire and you spun it like this and you try and force it out of its orientation, it forces itself back into that orientation it was.
No, it doesn't force itself back into it. It just turns at 90 degrees to the pressure you're putting on it. Now it wants to remain rigid in space, but you can move it off its axis and it will turn. That's how navigational systems based on gyroscopes work. Is if you move this way, the gyroscope is going to turn this way. It's going to turn 90 degrees to the direction you're forcing it in.
That's because it's keeping that rigidity in space.
And if you hold on to that bicycle tire that's spinning, it's going to want to turn. You know why? You know why the bicycle tire wants to turn?
That's exactly what a gyro does. It keeps that horizontal you set on the runway. So when you took off on the runway that's set horizontal, until you land again, it's kept the exact same horizontal. It hasn't changed.
Yeah.
There are many.
That's already been explained
many,
many times. I don't need to go over it again.
Yeah, so it's equally valid for us to just say the plane flies over a stationary Earth, right?
No,
You kind of, if you
it's
can say
not
no
a
to
test that you can tell the
how can you
difference
tell
between
if
the
you're
two
not taking it
possible
into
models.
account?
Excuse me?
How can you tell that the Earth is rotating if you're not taking it into account at all?
You do take it into account.
What? That's what I'm
Grab
saying.
that key or you fell into it. Oops.
All the way
Wait,
through.
so
No
now-
contradictions.
So now we do trace the Earth sideways.
Yeah, so you don't take into account, now you do take into account.
No, he said you don't take it into account at all. Bob says, no, we do. Just not that much. Fuck. These guys just they can't comprehend shit. They can't remember shit that they heard 5 minutes ago. Fuck. I mean, what do you expect from someone who reads something and then lies about it? It's right on the fucking screen. He put it right on the screen and then lied about what it said. Because his fucking viewers don't give a shit. Flat's always right no matter what.
Which one is it?
Fuck.
Well, when you're in space, you
My
have to take it into account that
God,
it's spinning.
man.
What you call fickle. He can't make his mind up.
These people are horrible. I mean, this is just horrible. Just despicable.
That's just no, Bob.
It's like there's a switch in his brain that keeps pushing him back and
Because you
forth and he
found-
doesn't know why.
Yeah, but that's the cognitive dissonance.
It's scientific.
You think, but how long does that last? I thought that was only like when you first initially hear about it. Can you keep hearing about flat Earth and keep on having cognitus over and over? I don't know. Is that possible?
If you want to stay in cognitus, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be reprobate, wouldn't it? More than it would be.
This guy has scientific schizophrenia.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, it's gonna get good.
Or amnesia. It's more like it. It's more like continuous amnesia.
But literally at the end, I get him to say that the curved line is not curved.
Oh.
Yeah, he does. That's actually very good.
Wow.
Cherry picked it.
But that's why I said actually in the beginning of the stream, we don't even have to pause. We can just play it right through because everything is like very concise.
Yeah.
Yes, Jeff, it just might be that too.
It's just fun to stop.
I like the cover, the Glober's right angle. That's amazing. The Glober's right angle. That's mental.
I still don't know how they don't understand you require 2 straight lines to get an angle.
Yeah.
Well, they like that curve. They like that curve line better. I guess I don't know.
I mean, I don't know what geometry class they went to and somehow passed. If you had to go to geometry class and you had to draw a curved adjacent, they're going to laugh you out the room.
Yeah.
Because they're going to say, okay, tell me what angle this is, please.
It's perpendicular.
Because the angle is based on the opening of the 2 rays. If the opening of the 2 rays are different straight through, you can't get an angle reading.
No, you dumb motherfucker. No, you take the reading as close to the vertex as possible. That's a 90-degree angle. It's perpendicular to a sphere. That's 90 degrees. Perpendicular is 90 degrees to the surface of the Earth. You undereducated mongrel.
Because it's different.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Not a
The
fucking
NASA document from the
How do you take it
doesn't
into
mean that NASA or anybody else thinks
chill
that
out, chill out. How do you take it into account when you just said you don't chase the runway sideways? You fly the plane like the plane just flies 500 miles per hour that way, east to west, and it flies 500 miles per hour to go in the opposite
It's
direction.
got on screen.
What I very clearly stated was that is not a test of either the rotation or the shape of the Earth. Although landing a plane on instrument landing does require taking the radius of the Earth into account because that's the way the
rotation
is designed.
No, that's false as well.
That's not even true.
It's making up shit.
That's false. There's no radius. There's no radius taken into account when landing a plane. What the hell is he talking about?
Yeah.
And what they do to a carrier pilot? Think about
So
it.
you're telling me before a person can land a plane, he has to figure out what latitude he's on, figure out what rotation he's coming on, and then figure out, okay, this must be. And this, no, come on. They see the runway, they change their airspeed, and they land.
That's it. That's it.
And they don't chase the runway sideways.
No, man, this is like.
Taking the wheels from underneath it, as it lands.
Can anybody show me, Bob? Maybe this should be Bob's homework. Show us the calculations for radius of landing a plane, please.
No, he's lying about that like the pilot license.
Yeah. He has to.
But it's so big you can't tell.
Oh man.
Rotation.
So when it comes to the flight descent, do you have to compensate for curvature?
No.
You don't? Nope. Okay. So whenever you land like east to west, if you're landing east, and then if you're landing west, right, would you have to like slow down or speed up due to Earth's motion? No. No? Nope. So
Earth's motion has nothing to do with it.
So we don't compensate for the curvature whenever we're landing, and then we don't do anything when it comes to the motion of Earth. Curvature is. So it has to be a level stationary plane, right?
Fairly.
There we go. I think that's quite. Now that's from an actual commercial pilot, Bob.
Yeah, he's being asked stupid questions by an ignorant fuckwit, and he's just trying to get him out of the fucking airplane because he wants to go home. Fucking idiots. Holy crap. So the pilot understood that you don't know what conservation of momentum is. You don't understand what ground speed means. I mean, it's just ground speed. That's the speed that a plane flies at. Ground speed. If you're sitting still, your ground speed is 0. If you're going 100 miles an hour, doesn't matter what direction, your ground speed is whatever speed you're traveling at. What's so hard to understand about that?
Mm-hmm.
Totally contradicts what you said.
Very telling, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a lot of pilots nowadays are turning into like they can see it. They can see. They've always seen it. They just didn't realize. Now they see it.
Yeah, as a kid, I flew back and forth from Kansas City to here in Oakland, to visit my dad every year for 8 or 10 years in a row, and I got to go in the cockpit almost every time. And I'm telling you, it's pretty much. I've asked them all those questions before, and they always tell you the same thing. They say, you can't see the curvature of the Earth, obviously, and they just fly in a straight line. That's what they tell me. They say unless the wind's really strong or they have to deal with some kind of counter, like crosswind or turbulence, they said they just fly in a straight line the whole time until you get to the other airport.
Just quickly, hey Bob, you know that to maintain altitude on a globe, it's that curved line, right? So that means the plane's nose is dipping down, right?
No, it's just following the contour of the Earth, you fucking idiot.
Relative to where it was at the
Maybe
top
it's
of the globe.
falling around.
God,
You
what
want to
an
say again
idiot.
how the curved line was straight again? Can you say that one more time?
What a
Bobby's
fucking
literally
moron.
just in how can
Set
I
it up
put
with MC. No, why would we do that?
What are we going to set up with MC? He can just come in now.
Yeah, see, he wants McToon involved. I told you he's their little priest.
You don't need anybody to hold your hand, Bob. You can literally just come in here now. We're right here. We're asking because we just had to laugh at your idiocy and contradictions, mate. We just had
Unless you want to clarify something. Yeah.
commercial pilot saying opposite of what you said.
Oh, God bless his little heart.
Yeah, and so did Marco, the guy that actually showed me his license.
He thinks he's intimidating. Isn't that funny?
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's many pilots we can talk to that show that Bob absolutely knows nothing what he's talking about.
Well, we realize that you're not going to show the whole license because you don't want someone showing up at your doorstep, but you could still prove what you are.
Well, flying a remote control airplane or a balsa wood glider does not make one a pilot. I'm sorry. That's.
Is that what you think, dumb fuck? Is that what you think he flies?
Guess what Bob's excuse is, guys? You don't get the views.
That's
Aww.
terrible. You don't get the view. So what?
So in other words,
that's right. He
in
has
other
to get
words,
the view.
let me be chicken shit and make an excuse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and you know what? The views would probably diminish as soon as you brought his big bobblehead on here. I mean, come on, let's be real.
I wonder if there's a disclaimer at the beginning of a show that says that, blah, 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 blah.
I'm more than happy to debate you on Gerrans, mate. More than
I'll
happy.
be on my show. Come on my show, you coward.
Dude, you guys will, like, if I can hang with that guy,
Coward? You're one to talk.
you guys will literally eviscerate him.
Oh, the guy is hopeless, Angel.
Oh, he's saying
I
Jaren
had
now.
interactions with him
Throw
before.
Nick.
Yeah, that's why he's in here just trying to do damage control because he.
Where's
literally-
Herman's? What's Herman's? Jaren, like, really?
Yeah, go on, debate his Mets.
I think he spelled hemorrhoids wrong.
I mean, sure, go on. Herman. Who the fuck is Herman?
You got to pull them inside out. Then they're.
Let's carry on laughing at Bob's contradictions, guys.
Yeah.
What effect do you think you would have to take for rotation?
You wouldn't have to. That's what I'm saying.
So if you wouldn't have to take into account rotation, why is that a test of rotation?
Because it doesn't. It's equally. I'm saying it's equally valid for me to just say the Earth is not rotating. End of story. It doesn't take it into account.
It's also equally valid to say this isn't a test of rotation, so we don't know.
You don't get it. You're flying a plane. You're claiming it's not rotating. So therefore, the argument is so no rotation then.
Right.
God. Hilarious.
Oh, but this is
Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. That's what he does.
He's actually wrong there, though, because he's claiming there is rotation. So it is a test of rotation because he is claiming
Exactly,
there
yeah.
is rotation.
Yeah, later on, pretty soon, I think it is. I say, okay, let's say we're testing for it, and then I get it.
Nice. But yeah,
I mean, this really is pathetic. Really, really is.
Bob, set it up, man. I'm more than happy to debate you. Let
Absolutely.
Jaren know, guys. Bob wants to debate me on Jaren. More than happy.
Fantastic. Can't wait.
Absolutely. Set
He can
that
bring
up.
Wolfie too if he wants to.
I could I
Tag
can mess
team.
with Jaren right now.
Well,
I
you do
can-
tag team with them. You and Solve against Bob and his guy.
Wolfie and Bob
Yeah.
on flight dynamics.
Yeah.
Can be
So
fun.
if Bob's down for it, I'll go ahead and I'll initiate it right now.
I mean, I really think that this Angels guy is in direct competition with Flatsoid for top left.
Say the word, Bob.
He said you do it. Do it.
Do it. All right.
Or maybe they're going for the couples category. Couples top left. Adds a whole new dimension to the prize, doesn't it?
He says you do it. Okay, cool. He's gonna do it. Okay,
Oh, you
fair
do
enough.
it. Yeah. Same thing.
Okay. So how come planes fly like the Earth is flat? Then
They don't.
They
Yes,
do.
they do.
Who told you that?
I've spoken to pilots like.
I am a pilot. You're speaking to one right now. Tell me
Okay,
how.
so how
tell
often?
me
Okay,
how
so
that
how,
is not.
okay, how often
we
do
don't
you
take
adjust?
into account the
How often
shape
do you
of the-
adjust? How often do you dip the nose down to account for curvature?
Why would you dip the
You don't. There's no reason. There's no reason to, you moron.
nose down? That was the
Because-
very first video that I put out
Because-
as a pilot in 2000.
Notice how he's not answering you. Notice how he's
running
instead of
away.
answering you. Yeah,
He did answer him. He is answering him. You fucking liar.
he's hand waving, dismissing, and then he's obfuscating to something else. He's
Yeah.
trying to.
Oh, is that what he's doing? No, see, he's answering the question. See, the problem is this fat fuck won't let him fucking talk. See, that's the problem. This fat piece of fucking shit won't let him talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize you guys weren't that far into the video. So he's just admitted he's a pilot. By the way, I did not know he was a pilot up until this point where he said it.
Bob, do you have a contact email that we can use as well? Because I'm talking to him right now. He hasn't responded. I said, Jaren, Bob, the science guy, wants to debate Flatsoid on your platform. Can we make that happen? So what we'd have to do is, of course, coordinate that. I believe you're in Michigan. That's going to put you on Eastern Daylight Time, America. Flatsoid is 6 hours ahead of you. in South Africa, so we can coordinate that out. And of course, Jaron is on the West Coast, which is going to be 3 hours behind you. Okay, so I can get this coordinated up. Just if you could just pop on long enough to throw something in the private chat, or do you have an email listed on your YouTube page, whatever?
He said, yeah, he has it. I think is he on about you, Angel?
Sorry, say again.
I think it's email.
All right, I thought, yeah, but who's he on about that's got the email? He says, you've got it.
Oh, just email Jaron and Bob, and then we can go through like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
go over.
That'll be fun.
18 as to why planes don't don't have to dip their nose.
Does your gyroscope keep rigidity in space?
What gyroscope? You mean?
Here's the part.
What gyroscope?
There's no way.
Wow.
You're
I told you he's probably, yeah.
You're kidding me.
You're kidding me. You're a pilot and you don't know your plane's got a gyroscope.
They all have gyroscopes, except for maybe like ultralights, maybe.
Okay, Jaron does have your email. Cool beans. So I've gone ahead and initiated that, and we'll see what comes about.
How does he think altitude actually work if it doesn't have a gyro?
GPS satellites.
Yeah, that's what.
Did he say it doesn't have a gyro?
What happens if you fly into a cloud or a cloud?
Man,
I guess you're just gonna maybe crash. I don't know.
You're kidding me. You're a pilot and you don't know your plane's got a gyroscope. We can go through like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go over.
That'll be fun.
18 as to why planes don't don't have to dip their nose.
Does your gyroscope keep rigidity in space?
What gyroscope? You mean?
Here's the part.
What gyroscope?
There's no way.
No, he's asking him which gyroscope. There are several.
Wow. I told you he's probably, yeah.
There's at least 2 at a plane.
You're kidding me.
You're kidding me. You're a pilot and you don't know your plane's got a gyroscope.
That's not what he said. He said it doesn't have a gyro. He didn't say it doesn't have a gyroscope. He asked him what gyroscope. But you interrupted him. You paused the video like you do every 3 fucking seconds.
They all have gyroscopes, except for maybe like ultralights, maybe.
Okay, Jaron does have your email. Cool beans. So I've gone ahead and initiated that, and we'll see what comes about.
How does he think altitude actually work if it doesn't have a gyro?
An altimeter works with barometric pressure, stupid. That's how it works. An altimeter doesn't use a gyroscope. It uses barometric pressure, stupid. Fuck.
GPS satellites.
Yeah, that's what.
God, so he thinks an altimeter uses a gyroscope. Okay.
What happens if you fly into a cloud or a cloud?
Man,
I guess you're just gonna maybe crash. I don't know.
So your altimeter, Jesus fucking Christ, man! Oh, holy crap!
There was a guy
my
did crash
God.
an aircraft accounting for curvature of the Earth.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Wow.
Oh,
Maybe Bob just prays to the gravity gods and hopes that the plane gets there correct. I don't know.
Yeah, he's invisible curvature god.
Jesus.
Maybe he just builds model planes. He doesn't fly them.
Well, he does shoot with the 308, 1,000 miles, so it's quite good.
How much?
Maybe he worked on the poop deck.
4 centimeters. So Bob, that's something we want to find out. If you claim 1,000 miles, you only get 4 centimeters deviation. Tell me why we would even need to think about Coriolis at 100 miles, or
Yeah, right.
Has that been said
Or
already?
at a mile, or even at a mile and a half.
You know,
He
Crying
said that
out
to
loud.
me in this, I think. Yeah, he mentioned that. It's hilarious.
I mean, my heading indicator? Yes.
Right. So if you level it to the ground that you're taking off from, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it starts there. Yes, you have to readjust it every
And if you
15
fly-
minutes due to your movement across the surface of the Earth and gyroscopic
But you
precession.
don't need to dip the nose of the plane like you just said, right?
Why on earth would you?
Because if you're flying on a ball and you always
What did he say? Due to gyroscopic precession? What is he talking about? This thing is constantly
You don't know what gyroscopic precession is?
correcting itself to the curve or something. Gyroscopes don't do that. I'm
He
sorry.
doesn't understand the gyroscopic precession is in the same axis as the spin.
It's east to west, not the other.
It's not accounting for. Oh man.
It's not pitch.
No, that's why you
It's not
got
pitch of the
two gyros. You got one for vertical and one for horizontal.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go, Bob.
Roger, thank you for your $2 super chat, man. Appreciate the support. You Rocky says, Bob, come in, sir. He's making excuses not to come in, Roger. Hopefully he'll show up for the debate on Jaren.
Oh, well, you just don't get enough viewers.
Yeah, Bob won't go on a panel of 5 morons, 6 morons to get ganged up on. No, he'd rather deal with you one-on-one.
For him, or
He'll pull out for
he'll
sure.
just do it for viewers, like anybody's paying attention to his dumb ass. Oh, hey, everybody! Somebody rushes into the restaurant. Stop what you're doing. Bob, the science guy, is not that way. You know.
Dude, he ran away from
Who
Caleb.
the fuck is Bob, the science
He
guy?
ran-
I just
he ran
now
from
heard
Caleb.
about you.
Yeah,
Who the fuck are you? You think as many people have heard about you as they have Bob?
ran from Caleb.
But Caleb, to be fair, he's actually very good.
I like Caleb.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's still
He's
young. He's
brilliant.
still got a lot. He's still got a lot to learn, but
Hey,
he's got
yeah.
potential.
Yeah, he's good.
Oh, yeah,
He's good.
definitely. I went on his channel and on TikTok pretending to be a Glober, and then I admitted to him that I was a flat earther, and he had a laugh, and then we added each other. So now we in contact.
Oh, but Caleb's a cool guy. Though. He's very cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
Who are they talking about? Jaren? Are they talking about Jaren?
Dude, he ran away from
Who
Caleb. So,
the fuck is Bob, the science
He
guy?
ran
I
from-
just
he
now
ran from
heard
Caleb.
about you.
yeah, he ran from Caleb.
But Caleb, to be fair,
Oh, Caleb.
he's actually very good.
No, Caleb is a fucking idiot. Caleb is a fucking moron.
I like Caleb.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's still
He's
young. He's
brilliant.
still got a lot. He's still got a lot to learn, but
Hey,
he's got
yeah.
potential.
Yeah, he's good.
Oh, yeah,
He's good.
definitely. I went on his channel and on TikTok pretending to be a Glober, and then I admitted to him that I was a flat earther, and he had a laugh, and then we added each other. So now we in contact.
Oh, but Caleb's a cool guy. Though. He's very cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
You did that. You did that to Effie, didn't
No, he's not. No, he's a smug, dumb fuck who thinks he's smarter than everyone. Oh, of course you'd like him.
you? Your flats went on pretending to be a Glober. It trolled him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Professor
It was
Pousson.
funny.
Professor Pousson.
Oh, it was funny.
Bob says I must pay him $200
What the
an
heck?
hour.
Graveborn?
Dude, I wouldn't
Who does this guy
pay.
think he is?
I wouldn't pay him a cent. Literally,
Dude, guy's
we're doing.
useless.
Yeah, we're doing him a favor not to actually ban him in my chat at the moment.
200 an
Oh, see, why would you ban him from your chat? Because you're a cowardly little bitch?
hour for what? For his presence?
What?
Dude, you look like a bobblehead.
If
I mean, what the fuck is so special about you?
Wow.
I mean, literally,
And what's so special about you? You fucking hillbilly piece of shit liar.
Retarded. You have scientific schizophrenia. Okay?
Yep.
You contradict yourself sentence after sentence.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Dude,
You think he does because you don't understand the subject matter. And you're dishonest.
Bob, you said that
Scientific
curve
amnesia.
line is straight.
he did. He said that curve line is straight, guys.
Yeah.
And he just said you adjust the gyro every 15 minutes.
Just the gyro.
So
You
guess what?
adjust the
A pilot that flies 18 hours, and literally sits every 15 minutes and adjusts the
Well,
gyro.
it's-
All right, here we go. I'm gonna show this. This is how hypocritical these dumb motherfuckers are. History. Is that gonna come up? No. Let's go to subscriptions. I just think this is hilarious. Just a second. Your lying eyes, all lines are straight. That's why never judge. That's why never judge too much. Yeah. But they say that, you just trust your observation. Trust your eyes. Trust your eyes. Your eyes don't lie. Your eyes don't lie. They see the earth flat because it looks flat, right? But here he just contradicts himself. Right?
He has to land and respin it, huh?
Just you have to land to it, just isn't it? Because you have to stay at the horizontal.
Oh man.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Fly straight. And actually, pilots fly with their nose slightly up to maintain altitude.
Angle of
Right?
attack.
Correct.
If you never dip the nose down, you'll end up in space.
Why
Fly
on
off-
earth
you'll
would
fly
you
off-
think that? Why would you think?
That's
Now,
good.
let's just go ahead and
That's
take that
good.
and continue it on.
Yeah, he thinks that because someone told him that, and he's dumb enough to believe it. He's gullible and dumb enough to believe dumb shit like that. He's a flat earther. What do you expect? They're the most gullible people on the planet. Grandmas who lose their life savings to con men, they're not as gullible as these dumb motherfuckers right here.
Okay, I'll show you.
Okay, let's put it this way, Bob. Because the angle would increase as you're getting further away from the surface of the Earth. So therefore,
Why? Why would it? When you have the pendulous veins that correct your attitude indicator, you stupid fuck.
eventually you would end up not being on Earth.
According to the globe model, you could take off a plane at 1 meter altitude and just stay straight and just gain altitude. You don't need to go up.
Exactly. That's the whole point. It's like he doesn't understand how geometry works.
Man, I hope that works.
Yeah, yet he says that curved line is straight and it's simple geometry. That's his exact words he used.
Oh my God.
Because the ground is literally falling away from them on their model. It's not.
No, it's not. You're following the contour of the Earth, you dumb motherfucker. This has been explained to you hundreds of times, Flatzoid. Why are you not smart enough to understand this?
Optic is physically falling. So that means you have to physically follow that curve. And there's no physical.
No, you don't have. Well, no. The curve makes you follow it. It's the atmospheric pressure at whatever altitude you're at that makes you follow it, and it's gravity too. Gravity keeps your fucking altimeter upright, or your attitude indicator upright. That's what gravity does. But the gyroscope helps it along until it gets too out of whack, and then the pendulous veins take over and they allow it to right itself. So you keep ignoring that part of it, Flatzoid, the pendulous veins, because they go against your narrative, because you're a dishonest piece of shit.
Physically following the curve at all.
You should change the science thing in your name to Bob the Dumbass Guy.
Bob contradicts it. Hi, this is Bob contradicts himself. Welcome to my.
So an undereducated high school dropout hillbilly is going to call Bob a medical doctor, a pilot, and a scientist an idiot, a dumbass. Okay. Thanks for your opinion.
My channel.
Right.
Well, at least that would be the truth.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. These
If
people.
I were to end up in space now, and you
I'll show
say,
you.
quote unquote, I fly straight.
I'll show you.
But no, you don't need to show me. I'm telling you. So if you fly
can tell me what
straight
you want,
with
but
a
I'll
laser, you're going to gain an altitude
I love
angle
that.
across.
I love that. You can tell me all you want, but I'll show you.
See, that's someone who does not want to learn, Mouse. That's someone who refuses to learn. Oh, you can show me, but I'm going to tell you.
I love that.
I knew at this point he's going to get cooked. So yeah, he's burying himself right now.
Uh-huh.
The ground because you're flying straight.
Yeah, but you never dip the nose down, right?
However, you don't fly straight. You fly at a pressure altitude above the surface, and whether that surface is curved or flat, it doesn't matter.
But you never dip the
You're
nose
flying a
down, right?
set
See, Bob knows.
distance.
But what I'm trying to say
So
is you
flying
never
a
dip the
set
nose down.
altitude above the ground does not
He must have been watching my streams.
change whether it's flat or spherical.
You know, this is one thing I've realized with him as well. Even on your curved ball, even if you're claiming, okay, it's following the same pressure, that pressure has a physical curve to it as it's following because you have columns of air.
Right. No, the columns of air aren't curved. They're straight up and down. They're perpendicular. The band of air, the atmospheric pressure band, is what you're concerned about. Not the columns of air, you dipshit.
So the plane has to physically follow that curve. So even your argument, it still has to follow the curve.
Yes, but as it's following the curve, it's following the curve, and it always is angled up so it doesn't stall. Stupid.
It's not hard to understand. It's like having a car on a scale electric. If the scale electric turns this way, the car has to turn that way to follow it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob, it's only an ad hom if it's in a debating environment anyway. Otherwise, it's just insults. Simple.
No, it's an ad hom is anything. If you're having a conversation with a person and you ad hom them, you attack them and not the argument. That's an ad hom. So why do you call it an ad hom when I or used to? I don't do anymore. I don't insult people in the chat anymore. But when I would say you're uneducated, you'd say, well, that's an ad hom. Right? So you're a hypocritical little lying sack of shit, PJ.
But it's not an insult if it's fact.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Look, man, I'm sorry if it's like that, but you contradicting, condescending, acting little children out here like you, Bob, and the FTFE, you just begin to wear on a person's nerves after a while. You're so
Yeah, smart. Yeah, idiotic people, stupid people really hate it when smart people prove that they're smart and debunk what stupid people say. Yes, you get real irritated. You get triggered like you are now.
dishonest.
And you can't debunk anything he says. You can't disprove anything he says. You can't prove your own fucking claims. But Bob's the dumb one. Okay.
You lie. You're an agent of Satan, man. That's all there is.
Oh, agent of Satan. Satan's not real, man. Satan isn't real. That's a bedtime story we tell children to make them eat their vegetables. That's what that is. Too bad you never grew up.
Just another
At the
tool
moment,
to play with.
he's just in denial. That's all, guys.
Yeah.
Mm.
Big time.
Bob's
Well,
in
if you're flying
denial.
over a globe.
Bob's in denial.
Why would 40,000 feet above a sphere be any different than 40,000 feet above a flat plane?
Because if you're flying over a globe, you'll end up in space. I'll show you. One second.
Yeah, that's a basic misunderstanding that you have. You see that
It's
red
basic.
line right there? That is a level line to the surface of the Earth. It's the same elevation or altitude above the surface.
Can you define
Follow
flat
that
real quick?
line.
Can you define flat?
Centric.
Flat is a geometric.
Yes, a concentric line is a level line. Absolutely. Yes.
Is on a geometric plane. Can you define level?
Yeah, straight,
No.
horizontal.
Nope.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's exactly
Nope.
what level is by definition. Horizontal,
Nope.
flat, no point higher or lower than the other.
No, that's the verb and noun for level. The adjective is equidistant from the center of the earth or following the curvature of the earth. That's the adjective of level. So you think the earth is would be a sound volume? Because that's a level, right? Why do you just cherry pick one definition? Right? Or a grade in high school or grade in school. Is the earth a grade in school? That's a level. Or a grade of accomplishment? Is that what the earth is?
Let me get that thing
It's so funny. It flies. Yes, I will agree. It flies level, parallel to the surface of the earth.
Right. Yes. Just like this. See? Right here. Right there. Well, it's a little off because it's just hand drawn. But like this. Yes. Level to the earth. Not gaining or dropping in altitude.
Okay.
I make
Note this, though. Note this. Arcs are not parallel to one another. They are
Yes, they are. Yes. Concentric circles are parallel to each other. They never touch. They are parallel.
concentric to one another.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is something you're not understanding.
You don't understand basic geometry. So, yes, concentric means parallel. It's just a word we give circles when they're parallel. Concentric.
I make a really good analogy with radar.
Oh, yeah. That's actually very good.
Yeah.
It's going to get there now, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So
Level is equal elevation above a surface.
Oh, really?
So
That's not
if
right.
an object is 5 feet above the surface and you have a whole
Sorry,
field of
that's
objects that are 5 feet above the surface, they are level to each other.
Hang on, did you say that was flat? The definition of flat?
Flat is a plane. It's a line on a plane.
See the diagram that my Rakir's got up? If you're flying a plane perfectly straight and level, you're saying you never dip the nose down. Why would you not end up in space?
Because
Wow. I mean, he just explained this to you, man. He just explained it to you. And you just are incapable of absorbing the information. And you're dishonest as fuck, and you think you know more than him when you don't. So you just ignored what he said and just asked the same question again. Like a little rodent brain. You just can't remember from minute to minute.
if you follow the red line, you're flying level, the same elevation above the ground.
Right, so then the plane's nose dips down.
Not relative to the ground, no.
So then you fly up in space.
Good Lord, the
It's
level.
very,
of
like, I don't know if you're being
is
deceitful here
amazing.
because this is like really basic, dude.
Yeah, I know.
First
I'm
you said,
surprised that you don't.
Yeah, and you're not understanding basic shit. That's not on Bob, man. That's on you. That shows how dumb as fuck you are. Bob's doing a perfectly good job explaining it or trying to explain it to you, but you just don't fucking get it. But all these dumb motherfuckers think you're like beating him for some reason. I mean, how fucking ignorant can you get to think that a guy who can't understand simple shit that's presented to him over and over and over again is beating Bob the Science Guy in a debate?
You don't get it.
First you
Planes
said,
do not fly straight like a laser. Planes fly at an altitude above the ground, and if the
Right.
ground is curving underneath it, that altitude.
hang on.
It's curving.
So if what if the ground is not curving and it's just flying straight and level, like you just said? It's equally as valid for me to just say that the Earth is flat and you're flying flat over a flat plane,
It's
right?
not
No, it's not. Because the Earth's been measured as spherical, stupid. So it's not valid for you to say that because the Earth is not flat.
test of flat versus curve. It's a test of is it at the same altitude or not.
So then, flat, Bob. Is it the same altitude? So not curved then.
No, dummy. Is this part of this line further away from the center of this ball than this part of this line? No, it's not. That means that this line is level with this fucking ball, you dumb motherfucker. I mean, Jesus, and he laughs about it. He says something incredibly fucking stupid, and then he laughs. Like it's a gotcha, like he's just accomplished something.
Like, it's so basic. It's like, I don't know.
Level works, huh?
My
This is
God,
just
these
honesty from
people.
this guy. That's all it is. He knows he's in a pickle, but he can't just concede. Okay.
So you've said several things in this live stream that you've been educated on, that you've been told are not correct, and you've said them anyway. And you call anybody dishonest? You're a piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly. He'll never concede.
Well, the whole argument.
You'll gain altitude.
Fine with the same altitude.
Yes, that is true, Stephen. They only need to know more than the dumb people they preach to. Absolutely.
When you shoot a radar that bounces and it goes really far and it bounces off the ionosphere, that radar signal's gaining altitude, right? At horizontal?
Yes.
Right. How come the plane
That's
going
how that plane
straight?
flies.
How come the plane going straight doesn't end up doing the same thing?
Because a radar signal doesn't need to use it doesn't fly. It doesn't fly. It's a radio signal. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck is this guy talking about?
Because the radar goes in a straight beam, whereas the plane maintains an altitude above.
You can't be serious. You're not a pilot.
I am serious. That's why you have radar shadows.
No, you have radar shadows because of angles.
Yeah.
Oh my Jesus. Holy fucking shit. Just horrible fucking people. Just criminally ignorant.
I looked that up after. I was like, this has nothing to do with anything.
I actually did a few videos on radar and stuff and how it actually shows it to be flat. This is like insane.
Yeah,
Oh man.
How he claims that.
So the laser's fine, it can follow a straight line, but the plane flying a straight and level line is not following a straight and level line.
Yeah.
Nobody said that the laser's following a level line, you moron. No, it's shining a straight line out. The plane is following a level line. You're just the most dishonest piece of shit on the planet, Flatzoid. You really are. It's fucking disgusting.
So much sense.
And he gaslights his kids with his shit. He lies to his children. He lies, purposefully misrepresenting the truth to his children, the people that he has been trusted to care with, the people that his progeny, and he lies to them, makes them think that things they learn at school are wrong, and wrong. Just he lies to them. He gaslights them. It's fucking sad. And also, he'll feel important and smart. See, it's the same way with Danny Pratt. Danny fucking homeschools his kids too. It's like they want to teach their kids the wrong shit because I don't think they can stand anybody in their house being smarter than them. So they deliberately make their children dumb so that they'll be smarter. It's fucking pathetic.
So you're telling
why you can fly under the radar.
You're telling me.
I mean, it's legally and medically considered child abuse to gaslight your children. That's when I say that's why I say that he is a child abuser, because he emotionally and mentally abuses his children by gaslighting them with flat Earth.
Plane noses down without you knowing.
I'm saying the plane maintains an altitude and follows whatever.
No. Answer my question. In order to make that red line.
He is answering your question, asshole. Why don't you let him finish answering your question before you interrupt him, you fucking fat ass. Now that's an ad hom.
Over the globe there, you have to curve the line, right, to draw it, yeah?
All right, turn the globe sideways. And
No, hang on. Answer the question. It's a very simple question. The red line.
Okay, the simple answer is no. You don't. It's not.
You don't have to draw a curve. He's joking.
No, I'm not. It's just basic geometry and spatial awareness.
Wow.
So you're that plane that's over there at the right side.
You just say spatial awareness, but he's claiming you can't observe it.
Also, how do you turn a globe sideways?
But how can you say spatial awareness and claim you can't observe it? That's literally opposite of spatial awareness, Bob.
Fuck.
Does he even understand the words he's saying out of his mouth?
I really don't think so.
They're like automatons or something. They're just like
programmed AI robots.
You mean just repeat the bullshit they've heard without any investigation or testing or anything? You mean like what you do, what you do every day? Just repeat what other flat earthers tell you? Okay. You hypocritical cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I swear they get dumber by the day. I swear.
They just repeat talking points
continuously.
It's like he talks, but he doesn't think.
Like that planes have to dip their nose down. Like that?
Before he talks.
Like the earth is flat because it looks flat? I mean like that?
Yeah.
Now hold it up now turn it so that the ground.
Like boats disappear bottom up because of perspective? Like that?
Just directly underneath it. Tell me whether or not that plane is going down or up.
That would make you an atomic cunt.
Staying the same.
So you're saying you don't need to draw a curved line.
You are drawing a curved line.
But then the plane goes.
But then the surface of the Earth.
You're right. So the plane is nosing down without you knowing.
The plane is maintaining a height above the ground. It's not nosing down relative to the ground.
Buddy, in order to fly.
Also, the plane isn't this big compared to the fucking Earth, asshole. Maybe if you made them to scale, you wouldn't have this fucking confusion.
Around a globe, and to go all the way around it, you need to draw a curved line around the globe, which means you have to nose down.
No.
Otherwise, you end up in space.
You don't. You're not looking at this from the moon. You're looking at it from the ground.
It doesn't matter.
It's simple. You'll either be flying into space or you'll be flying vertical by the time you get to the equator.
The altimeter is just giving you the altitude you're at. The fucking artificial horizon is showing that you're running level.
And by the way, that altimeter is based on your horizontal that you set on the runway.
No, it's based on gravity, dipshit. But the altimeter, no, it's based on barometric pressure. Your attitude indicator is based on gravity. So you don't set the shit on the runway. You don't line up your goddamn attitude indicator with the fucking horizon. You moron. Gravity does that for you. Fucking idiots.
Your nose to go around the curve because you're not changing altitude.
Just tell me one more time. Does the plane?
I mean, that's another thing you just regurgitated like a fucking automaton. Sorry.
Nose dip down. Yes or no? Holy shit. So it's equally as valid for me to just say if the Earth was flat and you're flying over a flat plane that you don't nose down, you're flying.
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't, because the Earth isn't flat. You would be lying if you said that. If you ended any sentence with the Earth is flat, you're a liar.
Not a test of flat.
I'm sorry, you're not mistaken. You're a fucking liar.
Answers veracity.
It would be the same thing, right?
It's not a test of that.
It would be the same thing. No.
Testing whether or not
it would be equally as valid for me to just say the plane flies flat.
Yes.
Over a flat.
You're not making any statement about the shape of the ground. You're simply making a statement that
you clearly are. You're talking about, is it curved or is it straight? Are you flying down or are you going straight? That's literally the argument.
Mm-hmm.
God, did his live stream end? I can't take much more of this. I mean, this is just fucking dumb overload.
Equally as valid.
Altitude above the ground.
Bob, chill. It's equally as valid. Okay,
But
it's equally as valid.
Interrupt my answers.
What do you mean fucking chill? You've interrupted him every time he's fucking spoke. What do you mean chill? Why don't you chill, motherfucker? Sit your fat ass down and shut your fucking fat fucking mouth and learn for a minute.
I'm trying to say something for like the last 5 seconds. You're not letting me. It's equally as valid for me to just say.
What? What did you just fucking say?
My answers.
I'm trying to say something for like the last 5 seconds. You're not letting me.
You've been trying to say something for the last 5 seconds. No. You've asked him questions. He's tried to answer them, and you've interrupted him every single fucking time. For the last fucking hour.
It's equally as valid for me to just say
God,
the plane
this
flies over a
fucking piece of fucking fat ass shit. My God, man.
surface.
It could be equal.
All right, see you later, Steven. I'm only going to be on another half an hour. Fuck, I can't do anymore. 3 hours and 15 minutes is it, man. I'm done. I can't anymore. You guys can go watch it if you want. I'm done. This monitor costs a lot of money, and I'm not going to put my fist through it. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't subbed yet. Click the like button. Help the algorithm out. Share the stream if you can. Come back tomorrow or the next time and drop some cash if you can. It'll kind of help. It will kind of help. So thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later. And I think we'll check this dipshit out a little more. So